Evolution has brought the human race to the peak of resilience and intelligence. It's hard to see how we could evolve further, except maybe through artificial means. We could upgrade our bodies, make them stronger and resistant to disease and even death, and remove the weaknesses that hold us back. We could become humans. Point 2. We could become Cybermen. Of course, it would never happen. People would never agree to lose all emotion to have their bodies replaced with plastic and steel. Except it's happened already. Not here on our Earth, but on a parallel world. They were created by John Lumick of Cybus Industries. He wanted to upgrade humanity, to turn everyone into Cybermen, and he nearly succeeded.
Excellent. Then let's begin.
But the Cybermen were defeated. When the fabric between our worlds became weak and cracked open, the Cybermen saw a way of escaping from their world, and came through to ours. There have been reported sightings of Cybermen going back centuries. Everyone remembers the Battle of Canary Wharf, but there are rumors of Cybermen stalking the sewers under London, of an incident near Windsor, of a primitive type of Cybermen taking control of a snow-capped base in Antarctica. They didn't all come through a rift from a parallel world. Cybermen were created in our universe too. Not here on Earth, but on Earth's twin planet of Mondas. The two planets drifted apart, but the Cybermen came back. And after their invasion was defeated in 1986, that didn't stop them. They'll try again, and again. We'll be lucky to win the cyber wars of the future. Believe me. I know what'll happen. And I know that no matter what, the Cybermen will do anything to survive, even seal themselves in massive ice tombs on the cyber planet of Talos. Just don't turn on the heating, or there'll be trouble. Don't try to fight unless you have to. Just run. Don't try to talk your way out of trouble. A Cyberman won't argue. He'll just delete you. If you have to, use any weapon you can. You can't reason with a Cyberman. You can't hide from a Cyberman. If they get you, you're dead. Or worse than dead, upgraded.
I must be upgraded.
But never lose hope. It's the one thing you have that a Cyberman doesn't. Remember that. Your emotions are a strength. Cybermen understand none of that. They never have. And they've been around for a long time. Maybe longer than we think. We recently discovered some early photographs that suggest there were Cybermen on Earth even before the rift opened. Cybershades. Part animal, part robot. Fierce, fast, and deadly. And this giant of a creature, no one knows where it came from or how it was eventually defeated.
Upgraded.
Big question. If you had a TARDIS and one trip, where would you go? Where I'd really like to go is back to Liverpool when I was a kid, and there was lots of great stuff going on. There was lots of great music. We used to go and see bands like Echo and the Bunnymen and Teardrop Explodes and the Stranglers and bands like that. So I'd go back there again. I had a really great time. What's the worst Christmas present you ever received? Well, I have to say that I have been given some tops in my time, some pullovers, which I've tried to take straight back. Yeah, I've got some disastrous fashion items. Have you acted with David Tennant before? Yes, I have. I acted with David in a TV series called Blackpool. It was also a musical, so we did singing and dancing. And I remember David and I did a really big dance together. We did a tango, actually. We've been very close together in a clinch. What are your best, worst moments on set? Well, my best moment happened today because I went into the TARDIS for the first time. And the worst moment, there hasn't really been a worst moment. We've had to deal with quite a bit of inclement weather. But I have to say, from start to finish, the whole job has been a joy for me, fulfilling an ambition of working on Doctor Who. What's it like taking on the Cybermen? Well, I find the Cybermen the scariest things in the world. There's no better side that you could appeal to with the Cybermen. They are just out to get you and out to kill you and turn you into one of them. But yes, they look scary on screen, but they're even scarier to be around. And here's the last one. Did you enjoy the gadgets and the gizmos? David Tennant's Doctor has rather better gadgets and gizmos than I do. I do have a sonic screwdriver, however, which is slightly less high-tech than his. And I have a TARDIS, which has less knobs and twiddles on it, does the job. In fact, saves the day in this episode, my TARDIS. But just to everybody who's going to be watching the episode at Christmas, I really hope you enjoy it. I've had great fun making it, and I hope you have great fun watching it. Merry Christmas to everyone.
Okay, and what's it like to be the baddie? It's really cool actually being the baddie because you get to play someone who doesn't really have any conscience about what she does, doesn't really care, and is quite complex and gets to wear a really nice dress. Right, okay. What's it like taking on a Time Lord? Is he that tough? Does he have the right to stop the Cybermen? Yeah, he does actually. Well, in this case, because the Cybermen just want complete world domination. It's pretty exciting taking on David Tennant. I have worked with him before. He's a lovely man and he's brilliant at the Doctor. And of course he wins, so, you know, it was a nice try. Next question. What's it like getting dressed up in period costume? Nice costumes? How long does it take to dress up? And how do you feel in the outfits? Well, to be honest, I've always wanted to do a period drama, and this costume is definitely the best costume I've ever worn, ever. It's really, really uncomfortable because I've got to wear a corset, which is what the women wore at that time. And it sort of gives you a tiny, tiny waist, which is really good if you've had 2 kids, because it makes you look thinner than you actually are. What's good and bad about fake snow? Well, it gets stuck in your hair, it gets all over your costume, and it tastes really awful. And sometimes when you're filming, you'll get big, huge lumps of it, you know, on your tongue or up your nose or in your hair, so they have to start over again. Sometimes you'd have done a really good one, but you'll have a bit of snow in your hair and it's fake because it's not melting, so it's pretty irritating actually. But it does look cool in the middle of April. Okay. Last question. Is it tough acting against someone in a mask? Yes, it is actually. It's very strange. You have to concentrate much more on what they're saying. There are no expressions given. You can't really tell what they're thinking. I would say it's pretty difficult. Merry Christmas to you all, and I hope you really enjoy the Christmas special.
Okay, I'm going to open the first of the big questions. Are you disappointed that you didn't get to snog the Doctor? Well, actually, Christina does get to kiss the Doctor, so no, I shall let you know how it is, and I don't think I'll be disappointed from what I've heard. Number 2. What's it been like working with David Tennant? David is lovely. Like everyone, just have only great things to say about him. He's funny, he's charismatic, down to earth, brilliant. Yeah, he's an absolute star. Number 4. Did you get any input into designing your costume? Well, I didn't actually, but the costume designers are so brilliant on this. The costume I have, I really like. It's all black, cute little jackets and trousers. It was just a case of try these on, do they fit? Yes, they do. Great. It was a really easy costume fitting. Even the harness isn't too uncomfortable, so I didn't really have any input apart from the sunglasses. I did get to choose those. Is it a challenge acting alongside giant flies? it's just remembering that they're there. Initially, when I was just going down the harness and there's a big stingray meant to be coming to attack, I had to sort of think, ah yes, there is a stingray there where there is nothing. They have a green screen and then they put the stingray up. It's just sort of always remembering that there's a big, huge creature about to come at you, and that's what you're reacting to. When was the last time you caught a bus, and do you get approached by fans when you're travelling around? Well, when I got the train back from Cardiff, I did get approached by a fan. The last time I used a bus was probably about 3 years ago. I would normally use a train, but yeah, I haven't used a bus in a long time. Okay, if you could steal a precious artefact and return it afterwards, of course, what would it be? Something from the Louvre in France, or the Vatican in Rome. Or the Vatican in Rome. I would steal and return an amazing artefact from the Vatican in Rome. Yes.
These are tritivores or tritivores or something like that. They're basically sort of giant flies. Today we're just doing a dress rehearsal. Nothing's quite finished. We're just doing a fitting, try the guys with the costume with the heads, do a bit of choreography, and we won't be filming for about another 4 days. So in that gap we'll just do all our finessing and any tweaks that need doing, and just finish off the look of them.
The tritivores have quite a lot to do in this episode. They have to be able to run, but their vision is very, very limited. They have quite a lot of talking together, talking with the human characters. The reason we've tried to get the heads moving in different directions and going like this is to get away from what always we see the humans doing when they turn their heads, so that they seem humanoid, but there is another element which is insect about them.
They're obviously animatronic masks that are being worn by Paul and Rory, our regular monster men. So yeah, it's all fiberglass, and inside there's all the servo motors, and there's a skull that our guys wear, and the whole head clips onto it. And then it's just the animatronics, because they haven't got kind of blinking eyes or anything like that, the big insect eyes. There's not really any life you can put into that, so we've got to kind of put as much movement in around the mouth area to bring it to life, really, so it doesn't look too dead.
A lot of the time the same group of performers have moved from one episode onto another episode. So we've built up a very nice working pattern, and when something new comes along, we sort of have a little bit of a formula now how to approach it and which way to go.
It's about 10 to 10 in the morning, and I'm about to leave for Cardiff, where today we're having the read-through of Planet of the Dead, the first of 2009's Doctor Who specials, and also the beginning of the end for me on Doctor Who. We start filming next week, we do 4 specials, and then I'm done. So it's a slightly odd feeling today, heading off to start that. It's been a mad old 4 years. But already the new Doctor's been announced. We all know that Matt Smith will be taking over, that he'll start filming later this year. So my days are numbered, which is an odd sensation, and will no doubt be very sad when the end comes. But that's 16 weeks away. So today, very much looking forward to seeing everyone again, to getting started on a new story, and getting back down to Cardiff. Just arriving back in Cardiff now. About half an hour before the read-through. Gonna go back to my old flat, unpack some stuff. Hang on, focus. I'm in the lift, going back up to my little Cardiff flat, which I haven't been in 8 months. The producer of Torchwood has been in here, so he's probably trashed the place. We're about to find out.
Oh, that's...
Well, it's kind of empty.
Do you want little Pete's done? I didn't notice, but you're
Oh, look. Peter Bennett, director of Torchwood, had broken that table.
I know.
Producer of Torchwood, not director of Torchwood.
Did you see he's put sellotape on it to make it?
This is what happens when you leave a flat for 8 months. Peter Bennett, the producer of Torchwood, has broken this table. Oh, and that's a bit of a scuzzy mark he's left as well. Frankly.
Well, it's Pete Bennett.
Pete Bennett?
That's what that is.
Still, it's not too trash. What's he done with the curtains? What's this shushy tie-back curtain affair that he's going for?
Maybe interior design's not one of his many talents.
Really, you know. I see my balcony furniture has been taken good care of. It's rotting gently out there. Oh, it's just like I remember. Only a little bit dirtier.
Come on in.
Hi, hey Jen, where are we going now?
Going into the read-through, David.
Oh look,
Sarah's here.
it's all the gang.
Your shoelaces under.
Yeah. I don't like to, you know.
Hey, Captain. Captain, one and only day we actually remembered to turn the camera on.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah.
Nice. This is James.
James, hello James. Hello. It's lovely to meet you.
How are you?
There'll be a caption now explaining what you do, right about here. That's it, yeah. It's TV's Russell, it's Dancing on Ice's Russell TV.
Put it down!
I will be, but you know, that's what I'll do in the journey back. Wrong script. That's for another project, don't worry about that.
What's that? Do I need to know about
Just very secret, private.
Should I read it?
Yes, here we are. Script for the read-through, episode 15. I don't understand why we're calling this episode 15. It doesn't make sense to me. But so now I'll go and read Doctor Who.
Go and be friends. Go and make new friends with your friends.
New friends, new actors. I've got to make them like me.
Everything's silent, then at the ceiling, the panel slides open. There's a woman in a black catsuit with a mask covering all but her eyes. This is Christina, she says, down calculating. Goes back into the dark. Launches through the gap and the entire body whizzes down as she's falling to her death, and then she stops. What do I do, sir?
Loop it back to the integrator, then keep the signal ramping up.
By how much?
500 burners, do it now!
Doctor,
You must be mad.
I love you, I love you. Oh, I love you. I love
To your station, Dr. Taylor.
you. Yes. I love you. The doctor takes that, knocks the dog, heading inside.
I'm doing a video diary.
Right.
So these are two of our marvellous guest stars. This is Michelle and David, and they're going to be in Planet of the Dead. How was the read-through for you guys?
It was exhilarating.
It was.
Exhilarating's good.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Top-end action going on.
Yeah.
Lots of laughs, it was good fun.
Yeah. Who got the biggest laugh?
Wrapped jelly bellies. That's
Andy Pryor got the biggest laugh, the casting director. Russell got quite a few laughs.
Yeah.
You did actually as well, David.
Yeah, I feel I've got more to do.
You've got more to give.
I've got more to give. Yeah, I don't want to peak too early.
No, never a good thing.
And what do you make of Cardiff so far?
Love it.
I've seen the station.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've not seen really.
You'll get to know and love it. Judy Gardner.
David Tennant.
Hey.
Hello.
How was that?
Oh, you're zooming in.
I'm not.
You're like a
I am
proper
sort of zooming in.
cameraman.
Yeah.
That was a zoom.
I'm zooming in and out.
Hello. How was it for me?
How was it for you?
Amazing. I mean, just brilliant to be back. Loved that script. Very funny. Big one for Easter. Feeling a little bit weird because I'm just thinking right now there are only 2 more read-throughs to go for us.
Do you feel like they're showing us the door already?
Yeah. I think my name has been chiseled off the door.
Yeah. For me,
How do you feel?
I feel. Do you know?
Hold on. Can I turn the camera into you?
Yeah.
Hold on a moment. David, how do you feel right
Do you know? It's a relief to be back. It feels like coming home. It does take a bit of getting used to. I did think I couldn't remember how to do the voice at first.
Were you doing Hamlet?
I think maybe it was. I think I was being a bit too posh for the Doctor. I have to go home and watch some DVDs and remind myself how I do it. But I felt, you know, it's just so nice to see everyone again. So we're in Butte Town Tunnel, and they've closed off the tunnel for us for 2 nights. Is it 2 nights we've got this? So it's very weird. Mal and I are now driving through this tunnel, which is usually full of traffic, completely deserted. So yeah, here we are. in the middle of this bit of road, and it's completely shut off. It's all ours. Now that's a real policeman. We've got some fake policemen as well. It's quite late now. What time is it now?
1 o'clock.
It's 1 o'clock.
1:10.
But luckily, we don't have to do. Luckily, we don't really have to do any acting in this bit because we just drive down the road, which, considering we're all sort of half falling asleep now, is probably best, I think.
Yeah, keep it with you. Just
I do some of my best acting at 1 in the morning. How are you feeling at this late hour, Michelle?
I'm feeling okay, actually.
You're looking bright-eyed.
I am. Yep. It's not upside down this time. No, I'm not hanging from a wire.
No.
But that I enjoy equally as much as sitting still.
How are you, in general, with the night shoot?
I prefer night shoots.
Does it agree with you?
It does.
Are you a night creature?
I am a night owl.
Right, right.
Early mornings, not so good.
Okay.
I'm a quiet, very quiet.
That's lucky because on this shoot it's just about all night
It's all
shoots.
about night shoots, so
Yeah.
I'm going to be happy.
Yeah.
I'm going to be good.
Yeah.
Why is no one else on the road?
Yes, that's true.
Why is that? Why is no one else on the road? Why have they closed the roads? It's so What kind of Brixton is this?
Klinos, have you anything to tell us off about?
I don't do interviews. You know what you're doing, don't you?
We do.
Sort of scene 13.
Yeah.
Scene 10 was that when beep beep handed her the chocolate. Forget about the chocolate. You're just tootling along now. This is scene 13. What we did earlier is 17. So you're just ensconced in your Rondian thing.
Fascinating, isn't it? I have a line like that.
I do. We don't need to bother with lines or anything. We're not wired up, are we?
Nobody talking, nothing.
That's the attention to detail that we all appreciate. We're in the middle of a night shoot. Today was my first day on Planet of the Dead, the first day of my last stint on Doctor Who, and it's raining. It's absolutely tipping it down. As I drove back to Wales last night, just as I came over the bridge into Wales itself, the rain started and it hasn't stopped since. Luckily, we've been on board our London Red bus tonight, but it hasn't stopped. It's teeming it down. But we've begun. Michelle Ryan is here, and very lovely she is too. My mate Adam James is here. I haven't seen very much of you because I'm always on a bus and you're always on foot.
We don't have a lot to do together.
Tonight we do. Tonight that changes.
Tonight's the night.
Yeah.
Tonight's when it all changes.
Yeah, I think you need to explain your relationship because otherwise he's like, well, why?
Hold on, our real relationship. We can't explain our relationship. Not on camera.
Not on camera.
Explain that holiday thing you always tell me about.
Stop talking about the holiday.
Don't talk about the holiday.
It's like Uncle Bryn's boat trip.
Seriously.
Don't go there.
That's got to be edited out.
Yeah.
Big.
Just tell me what happened in Oman.
I can't tell you. What's happened in Oman stays in Oman.
Yeah.
It's a circle of Arab tribes.
The first rule of Oman is never talk about Oman.
And don't sleep with another man's camel. Never. We learned that the hard way.
Yeah, yeah. That's very nice to have a good mate here. And so far so good, you know. It feels very comfortable to be back. It's been 8-9 months since we did any filming last. But I feel like I've just kind of slipped into it again, really. It's all come rushing back, along with the rain. We've got night shoots all this week and next, and most of the week after as well. It's quite harsh to be back filming again and straight into night shoots. Straight into jet lag and trying to turn your body clock around. And I've got a couple of scenes off now, which is fatal. You know, you sort of work all night and then at 1 o'clock in the morning, suddenly you're stood down for a couple of hours. Very hard not to fall asleep. but you daren't fall asleep, because if you do, when you're called back on set, you'll be all over the place. Sarah Davis, she runs the show.
You're going to be very happy we got Hedy in today.
I know, look!
There she is.
Hedy's visiting us for one day.
One day only, and it's
Danny will be blowing things up
yeah,
later.
it is certainly.
Baby Lou in pink. Producer. Track, our producer extraordinaire. How's tonight, Track?
Tonight it'll be tough, but we're going to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quite a big setup today. Lots going on. Yeah.
No idea. Oh, David, can we borrow that one? We might need it later on.
Do we need extra cameras today? I'm ready.
We haven't got enough. We need as many as we can get.
David, have you seen he's got a doctor scarf on?
What do you mean?
Yeah, listen.
Oh, I see.
Well, it's not. Oh, right, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's the matching.
Oh, look at that. This is the big finale scene for the whole episode. It's quite a lot to shoot in one night, and we've got off to quite a late start, so it's not looking great so far. But James Strong's terribly confident.
Action, Michelle.
That's quite enough of that.
Little blue box, just like you said.
Hold it there a minute, please.
We've got to get this done by 5 in the morning, and it's very complicated, but we've made a start and the rain is held off. We shall see. We're also filming the bit where Carmen tells the doctor that he will knock 4 times, which, as of today, I genuinely have no idea what that refers to, which is quite good, because it means that the doctor's consternation and discombobulation at that is pretty genuine. So here's the 200. This is the 200 that isn't smashed to bits by a container on its way to Dubai. So this is the pre-stuff. There's Phil fiddling with a bit of something. Luckily, we don't really have to do any acting in this bit, because we just drive down the road, which, considering we're all sort of half falling asleep now, is probably best, I think. We don't need to bother with lines or anything. We're not wired up, are we?
Nobody talking, nothing. No.
We're just sitting in the seats.
Just sitting. You're looking at your thing. You're just reading a paper. You're listening to your music.
How are you feeling at this late hour, Michelle?
I'm feeling okay, actually.
You're looking bright-eyed.
I am.
How are you, in general, with the night shoot?
I prefer night shoots.
Does it agree with you?
It does.
Are you a night creature?
I am a night owl.
Right.
Early mornings, not so good.
Okay.
I'm quiet, very quiet.
That's lucky, because on this shoot, it's just about all night shoots.
It's all about night shoots, so
Yeah.
I'm going to be happy.
Oh, our seat's just broken, look.
David, you broken the seat.
I didn't do it. I don't think it was me. We're at unit base getting ready for one more night shoot. It's our last day out and about before we head into the studios, and we've got half an hour to wait. So I'm here with Adam James, playing McClellan. There he is.
Oh, Stevie thought I was Di McMillan.
McMillan, yeah.
Yes,
Di McMillan.
Di McMillan. He thought
Yeah.
my name was Di McMillan.
That's D.I. McMillan.
Detective Inspector.
Yeah. Because we've been mates for what, 10 years?
Good 10 years now.
Yeah. We met at the Royal Exchange Theatre, Manchester.
We play brothers.
Half brothers.
How people cannot see the resemblance.
The filial resemblance.
It's
It's brilliant.
It's uncanny.
And you have another Doctor Who connection.
There is a Doctor Who
Yeah,
connection.
go on.
Well, I had no idea prior to any of this that David was actually a genuine Whovian fan.
Oh yeah.
I then happened to impart to him the knowledge that one of my godfathers was John Pertwee.
John Pertwee's godson.
Have you seen he's got a doctor scarf on?
What do you mean?
Yeah, listen.
Oh, I see.
Well, it's not. Oh, right, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's the matching.
Oh, look at that.
Thanks for those.
It's Tuesday, the 3rd of February, and snow has fallen throughout the British Isles. London was pretty much closed off yesterday, but down in Wales we've been struggling on. We're filming in a steelworks today in Newport.
Ah, yes. Another glamorous location. We descend into the bowels of the earth.
It's been snowing through the roof. It's colder inside than it is out here, actually, which is bad enough for me wearing this. But poor Michelle Ryan, who's in basically a t-shirt and some leggings, is being extremely bold and brave.
Michelle, how cold have you been today?
I've been very cold.
Yes.
Yes.
But you've also been quite enjoying yourself.
Quite enjoying myself being hung upside down from a harness. Being
Yeah.
yanked up and down. I kind of like it.
You are garnering a bit of a reputation as a bit of a trooper on set.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, I like pain, you see.
You like pain?
Yeah, I mean, it makes you feel alive, you know, being thrown up and down and hung upside down, gets the blood rushing to the head.
This is clearly the job for you.
Yeah.
I'm glad you decided to join us.
Yeah.
That's Doctor Who Confidential. They've got a better camera than me. That's because they're posh. This is Neil Gorton, who makes the monsters, and this is Paul, who then inhabits the monsters. So, what can you tell us about how comfortable is this one to wear, Paul?
Very comfortable.
Is this amongst the most comfortable?
Yes, you could say that.
What's the least comfortable?
Least. There isn't a least.
Oh, you're far too diplomatic. Is it just because he's standing there? Yeah.
and they're all brilliant.
They're all brilliant.
Yeah.
They're all very brilliant.
Yeah, good.
And I really enjoy wearing all of them.
Yeah.
He'll run out soon.
He won't run out, you know, the amount of money he's made on this show.
That's the budget.
What is that in the shadows, faithful viewer?
Rehearsing and action.
That must be magnificent. Proper. Streamlined each photo.
Remember that when we explained it, Richard? We saw him leaning on the floor of a really well-designed spaceship.
Okay, good. Not bad.
Do you know where you're going? Because it looks like we're walking into some...
I'll walk here and sort of have a look at this, which is lovely.
Yeah, and then ask someone where we're meant to go next. Sarah knows. Look, Sarah's beckoning us. Come on. Oh. Oh, this is a big old...
Daleks.
What did we film here before, Sarah?
Daleks, that way.
Don't just point and say Daleks. We need something more specific than
I
that.
don't remember the episode, but it was Daleks and it was that way. It was the end of the last series. It was here.
I wasn't here. I think that was a bit with John and Liz and Noel and Camille.
Yes, they all got taken by the Daleks.
Yeah. Oh, she's game. She's game. This is an amazing location. It's very cold and very dank. But really amazing. The sort of place we couldn't have built, really. But it's quite... it's all abandoned. I don't know when we stopped making steel in this bit, but clearly not for a little while. It's rather musty and dusty and rusty.
Hello.
And there's cats around that we've been told not to approach. I think they're trained to murder rats at 700 paces. It's all a bit, it's a bit creepy, but it's a fantastic location. So it's about 10 to 8 now. We're finished for the day, driving away from the Frozen Steel Works. It's quite strict security getting out. The car got frisked. I don't quite know what they thought we might be taking away. Some all bit of rusted metal or something. Today went quite well. Dropped a couple of little bits, but we're back there tomorrow, so we'll sort that out. And the snow is melting, so looks like the roads are clear and all is getting back to normal. We're about just over halfway through shooting this episode now, and there's been a couple of challenges. A lot of it shooting on a red London bus, which is not easy in rather cramped circumstances. And then the other bus that we shipped over to a foreign location
in time for next week. Got fairly mangled, as has been reported in some of the papers. But you know, a quick rewrite from Russell, and that's been turned to our advantage, I think. It's fitted into the script actually in a way that we could never really have imagined or hoped for. So yes, there's been a few challenges, but we seem to have met them so far.
Are you looking forward to Dubai?
Yes. Yeah.
Extremely excited about going to Dubai. I've got no idea how we're going to cope in the heat though. So that's going to be quite a test. Yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to it, and I hope it's going to look fantastic.
How are you feeling today, David? Apart from a crazy dream where my top front 4 teeth all fell out, I'm feeling okay. Very positive about today. I think everyone's going to be really on the ball just because we have to be today. Looking after ourselves, making sure we're drinking plenty of water, slathering on the factor 50. Yeah, bring it on. Our last full day in Dubai.
Yeah, man.
And how do you feel the last few days have gone? It's been a bit hellish.
It was one day of hell, and we had a sandstorm, and we all, David Tennant looked like Barry Manilow, and Michelle Ryan looked a bit like she was like, had a bit too much tan juice. Everyone just looked a bit blonde, and but now the sun's out, it's wicked, it looks beautiful. Look at that day. It's a bit sad, but we'll fight for it. And let's make sure we do the scene as well as we do the others.
The sun is out, the sky is blue. There's only your nose to spoil the view.
Good work.
It's just been brilliant. I love Dubai. Do you like the flies?
Yeah, it's been just a fantastic experience, the whole thing. We've gone from every different weather condition possible. We've gone from rain in Cardiff, we've gone from
snow in Cardiff.
We've gone from just kind of dry in Cardiff, we've gone to baking hot sun, we've gone to sandstorms. The last month or so has just been phenomenal. It's
been wicked,
and an
isn't it?
Experience I think all of us have just thoroughly enjoyed, and hopefully when you see the episode you'll all be able to see that through our performances. So
Definitely. Thank you, David Ames. Bow bow!
Everyone's here, we made it. There was a little moment where it looked like we weren't going to be able to leave Cardiff because of the snow, but we're here. We flew into Dubai in the very early hours of yesterday morning. There seems to be some debate as to whether we're even still in Dubai at all. We may have crossed the border into Oman, but nobody seems entirely sure. We're somewhere in the desert. There's a double-decker bus just over that dune, and so far so good.
Look at that! This is standard desert wear. Here's the crane that we brought all the way into the desert, but it's now too windy to use it. So we're going to jump ahead and do some other scenes instead.
The wind is really picking up now. It's starting to feel like a bit of a sandstorm. Arabia, I'm sure.
We go to bed tonight in the hope that tomorrow morning we wake up to cloudless skies.
About 6:30 in the morning, we're about to head off into the desert. There's a bit of a breeze, has to be said, but there's a lot less cloud than there was this time yesterday morning.
How is it up there, Dibble?
Beautiful.
Yeah?
Yeah, sparks and grips have been working, cranes there.
Are we optimistic?
We're very optimistic.
I've just been made a very delicious real coffee in the middle of the desert.
You were very pleased about finding the real coffee, right?
I was very pleased with finding the real coffee. I thought I just was going to have to say goodbye to that until we got back home.
Yeah, and I have 2 tea bags because I like my tea strong.
Are those tea bags you brought with you from Britain?
No.
In that slightly British kind of...
No, I did run out of my English breakfast tea bags. I have 1 left.
Right.
So I'm saving that till later, so I'm...
For a special occasion?
Yeah.
It's now very early on Saturday, the final day of the shoot here in the desert. We need another good day today to be able to finish off.
Just over that ridge, one of our cars has got stuck. This is us trying to get into the remoter part of the desert. And they've got a bit marooned. Oh, he's out. Okay, we're all going again now. So Najib is driving ahead now to cut the track in the sand. We found another location. We're on our way. We're having to travel in very spaced out convoy because it's quite ropey on these dunes and there's a danger of people smashing into the back of each other. It's all great.
Oh, you rap!
How are you?
Hooray! You're like a conquering hero in the desert. And how was it today?
Oh, beautiful. So the sun was just roasting the desert up. I think it will look like an alien planet. Seeing a tritivore, seeing a big insect head standing in the middle of the desert is one of the more surreal moments of my life. But I think we'll pay dividends in the final cut.
And Russell texted me today to say, oh God, we've only got 3 left.
I know, that's the sadness. Before these other pretenders get their hands on our show.
I might have to kidnap Matt Smith and just, keep him trussed away somewhere for another few years.
Okay, you kidnap Matt Smith, I'll kidnap Stephen Moffat. Between us, we can keep our greasy hands on it. You take care. Bye!
This year, David Tennant's Doctor Who made a big splash on BBC America. And here in sunny San Diego, California, the Doctor Who team are ready for day 1 of Comic-Con, the biggest sci-fi convention in the world. They're here to celebrate Doctor Who's success stateside.
This is where we are, San Diego Comic-Con.
Well, you've got your badge.
I've got my badge. Why have you not got your badges? You'll be flung out.
Because I'm being interviewed by Confidential.
Oh.
So I'm being myself.
I'm Comic-Con professional, it says here. We're here doing a bit of meeting the American press, basically, aren't we?
And the American people.
And the American people. And tomorrow, though, we're doing a panel, which basically means we go into a big room with lots of people who can ask questions.
4,000 people is the capacity of the room, yeah.
Right.
Comic-Con is a mecca for those who delight in science fiction and fantasy. For over 120,000 fans of everything pop culture, Comic-Con is the ultimate stage for a billion-dollar industry. The fans here have the power to make or break a big production. So, how will Doctor Who fare at Comic-Con? The fans, like the costumes, are out in force, so the signs are promising.
Hello to our friends across the pond! Yay!
It is a myth. People say Doctor Who's unheard of over here, and it's not. It's known, It's not a monolith like it is back home, but it's very well known.
You just describe your show as a monolith.
It is a monolith. It's Doctor Who. Come on.
Though we love our monolith, the world of sci-fi is tough to compete in. And when it comes to the big cult brands, the Americans dominate. Comic-Con conveys the massive appetite sci-fi fans possess. The crowds are growing, and here a Russell T Davies signature alone is a collector's item. Now it's time to test the best of British sci-fi on the Comic-Con crowds.
It is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Russell T. Davies!
Hello, Comic-Con. Nice to see you. You having a good time? I am going to phone the Doctor Who production office in Cardiff right now, where it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and you're going to scream at them. So when I say hello from San Diego, you say hello. Here we go. Hello from San Diego. It's the Doctor himself. It's David! Thank you. Little bit of housekeeping. keeping right on, so I forgot. Tomorrow at 10 o'clock, Doctor Who panel with David. And now, what are people going to be in for tonight? David.
Hi, David!
Hi. You're all very lovely people, aren't you? I didn't realise there was going to be seats. I was going to do stage diving. But unfortunately, that'll need to be another day. Right, tonight, you're going to see the American premiere, the legal American premiere, of Planet of the Dead. 60 minutes of high-def Doctor Who fun, starring Michelle Ryan, the Bionic Woman herself, and some tall, skinny Scottish bloke as well. It's on tomorrow night. It premieres, as you see in these parts, it premieres tomorrow night. It's awesome. Awesome. I love America. You see premieres and awesome. I'm taking awesome back to London with me. It premieres tomorrow night at 8 p.m. on BBC America! So we're very excited. Hopefully we'll see some of you at the panel tomorrow. Not so enthusiastic, no? There we go. So that's what you're going to see in a minute, but before that, before Planet of the Dead, you're going to see something else, and I'm going to ask my lovely friend here to tell you about that. It's John Barrowman, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, wasn't that cute? I kissed him, but no. I've slightly gone all flustered, I really have. I've been waiting for that for years. Thanks, David. But here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, just to announce episode 5 of Children of Earth. It's Torchwood.
It's day 2, and David and Russell have only 20 minutes before a live interview on San Diego TV.
Well, I'd like to say that I've been here for 12 years, working the 10 o'clock news. I'm not even working today. This is the first time with all the guests that have come through that I've ever come in to meet.
I'm delighted. I'm delighted.
I think you're both fantastic.
Thank you.
And who would have thought that the best thing on American television would be actually produced across the pond? And I really just love the show.
Thank you, sir. Very good to hear.
We've
Thank
loved
you so
it.
much.
It's such a good time.
No, you're good. Good morning. Very well. Hello.
I have no idea. This has been the biggest interview of all time. There are so many excited people right now, including most of the employees here at San Diego Cinema. Well, it is television's longest-running sci-fi series. Doctor Who many of you may be familiar with, is a program that depicts the adventures of a mysterious alien time traveler known as Doctor Who. He travels in his space and time ship. Well, now that series is being somewhat reinvented, you could say. The man who plays the Doctor is David Tennant, and the executive producer is Russell T. Davies. They are both here live in our studio, and I can't tell you what an audience it's brought. We have so many people so excited to see you guys this morning. Thank you so much for coming here and starting your day with us.
Great pleasure to be here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
First, let's talk about what is happening right now in these episodes. So, people who
Coming up tonight on Planet of the Dead, it's a brand new story. And the good thing about Doctor Who is if you haven't seen it before, you can watch it from scratch.
Actually, and this episode is a really good stepping on point. If you've never seen Doctor Who, it's been running since 1963. It doesn't matter. You can start tonight.
Well, one last thing I want to get to, your panel today. People headed down to Comic-Con can possibly see you, maybe?
Yeah, at 10 o'clock, there's a Doctor Who panel.
So right after the show?
We're taking over. We're coming here and we're taking over. It's gradually.
Good for you. Well, Well, thank you so much on behalf of all San Diego 6'2". Thank you so much for stopping by. A lot of fans here, so congratulations on all of your work, you guys, and we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, Courtney.
Thank you. Thank you.
Excellent.
Oh,
Look at that.
Come on, that's the way.
All right, thanks so much.
Oh, that's brilliant. Don't say well
outstanding. Super cool. Thanks, Travis.
Hey, you guys.
Take care, Travis. Lovely to meet you. That's
Brilliant.
awesome.
Thank you, big man.
Now it's time for the main event. Can Doctor Who make an impression?
Hey Ross, what are you about to do?
We're about to go on stage and talk to 5,000 people about the finale of Doctor Who.
How do you feel?
Terribly. I'm nerve-wracked. But I'm gonna hide behind the three of you and have fun.
The usual suspects are all here and making their way to the front.
You should come to America more often. And in this time, not in the past or the future or whatever.
In the auditorium, there's an army of American sci-fi fanatics. It's showtime.
David Tennant.
Love you too. They told us that nobody knows Doctor Who in America.
Hello, thank you all for coming. We do have the very first little teaser trail of the finale of David's 10th Doctor. I think we should move into that right at the top so that you can see a little glimpse of what is to come.
It is said that in the final days of planet Earth, everyone had bad dreams. The Master.
That was a. Now, obviously, this is kind of an apathetic crowd. Can you give us some sense of the cultural impact of this show in Britain and what it meant or might not have meant to you growing up in a Doctor Who world? Because here it's something that you go to a cable station to find, and in your country, it's a Saturday night TV event.
Well, it certainly was when we were all kids as well, and it's something that I grew up obsessed with, really. So it's very strange to now be sitting here at 38 in it. Its impact has got kind of overwhelming. You go into a supermarket and your face is on a cake and T-shirts and children's pants. It's sort of, which isn't something they prepare you for at drama school. But all that side of it is slightly overwhelming and difficult to really get objective about. It's hard to really feel how important it is to people, which is why it's great to come here and show you that trailer that we're so excited about and hear that great response, because it's because we love making this show so much.
Frankly, America, it's your job now to go out there. We want this country to be like that now. We want the children's pants and the cakes and everything. Go out there and spread the word. Tell people.
I'm going to introduce Craig Glenday. He's the editor-in-chief of Guinness World Records. And he's got something to say.
Hello, thank you. Based on things like DVD sales, book sales, downloads, iPlayer downloads, illegal downloads, and its longevity, we've realised that Doctor Who is, in fact, probably the most, not probably, it is the most successful sci-fi show on TV. Full stop. So I'm going to give this a Russell, so well done, and well done for bringing it back, and just, yeah.
Amazing, thank you. The most successful science fiction show on television. I can hear Comic-Con war breaking out there. Close the doors! Don't let Star Trek in. Thank you. I am accepting it. They only made me stand up and accept this as executive producer, and I'm really accepting this in the name of the woman, Verity Lambert, who was the very first producer. She set up Doctor Who in 1963. She's sadly no longer with us, but I'd like to think she's smiling somewhere because this really is hers. Thank you.
Now, somewhere in this room, I believe people are going to be lined up to ask questions. Is that... Oh, there you are, back there. So, first in line.
I've been a longtime fan of Doctor Who even before the new series came out. And prior to the new series coming out, it was really hard to find other Americans who even knew what Doctor Who was. Were you guys surprised at all at the popularity explosion in America after the new series came out?
I don't know, it is quite hard to quantify, isn't it?
Yeah.
It seems that the people who know it here really know it.
It is, and it's hard to quantify because then you get told it's unknown here, and then you open up Entertainment Weekly and it's catch of the week.
Yeah.
And then you think, well, that's strange, but it's like it's always, as ever, word is spreading, and it is always down to people like you and fans like you spreading the word and keeping the faith for all those years it was off screen. So give yourselves a round of applause.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
Okay, we heard that John Barrowman has stole some things off the set of Doctor Who. We were wondering, what have you stolen off the set?
I think John Barrowman just stole things off the set so he could be strip searched on the way out.
I'm sad to see you go, but is there any possibility you would come back for some charity specials or even a movie?
Who knows? I mean, you know, I think probably the dust has to settle, but, well, I don't know, it's the 50th anniversary in 2013, isn't it? I don't know. That's not me making an announcement. There's no plans. Don't Twitter that. That's not a thing. Yet.
I was just kind of wondering if the difference between each Doctor is more based on the actor's perspective.
Eros, you've worked with two of us. Who was better?
It was you, David.
Thanks.
Ow!
I just wanted to ask David a quick question. If you had any words of wisdom for Matt Smith about how much of an impact the role of the Doctor is going to have on his personal life, what would they be?
I've chatted to Matt a couple of times, and he's very enthused and full of energy, and is quite clearly going to be brilliant, which is annoying. No, it's not. No, it's brilliant that Matt is doing it, because he's such a talent. There is nobody in Britain who's worked with Matt who doesn't rave about him. Everyone who I know who's worked with him has nothing but praise to lavish on him. So I really don't think he needs any advice from me, really, because he's bright and normal and down to earth. He'll be fine. He doesn't need any advice from me. Julie's filming me. This is like a live DVD extra happening now.
You're all in it.
Give them away! Film them! Where's the camera?
My name is Ariel. I'm 11 years old, and I just love you. You're just great. And I was wondering, in the episode where you're playing a teacher for the school and you're trying to defeat like these kind of dinosaur creatures, if you were a real teacher, what would you teach and why?
Oh, you save the hard ones for last, don't you? I have absolutely no idea. The only subject I really was good at in school that I had any passion for was English. I'd probably end up being an English teacher. And my set texts would be anything by Russell T Davies.
Yay!
Yeah.
Thank you all for getting up so early to stand in line for this.
The cast and creators of Doctor Who.
Comic-Con 2009 has been a massive success for Doctor Who, and the future looks very bright indeed.
Doctor, you take care now.
You too. Chops and gravy, lovely.
In Planet of the Dead, you've had the Doctor being told definitively by a psychic he will knock 4 times.
But you be careful, because your song is ending, sir.
She says it's ominously, obviously the end is coming. This is genuinely not a red herring. It is connected to the Doctor's death.
What do you mean? It is returning. It is returning through the dark.
Something is coming. Something will happen. He will knock 4 times. When you see this, it's the most crucial moment and the most heartbreaking moment, and I'm so proud of it.
And then, Doctor, but then he will knock 4 times.
It just continues to build as to what it is and who it is and where this is coming from. You will see building throughout all the last of our Doctor Who specials until you finally find out. But it's well worth the wait. It's not a trick. Sometimes we do tricks with these prophecy things, and sometimes we lie, and sometimes I just have a laugh with them. This is absolutely the real deal. He will literally knock 4 times.
It was really hard work, Waters from Mars, and I think people will watch it and they'll just think they don't really see the costume side of this at all. It was about these people are in a working spaceship. They've been there a long time. They probably did have a uniform of sorts, but it's probably more relaxed. We put badges on certain members of the crew as if that's still a part of their original uniform, but we didn't put them on everybody. And the colour palette, we wanted to just keep the colour palette so it was all very similar. So you've got all this kind of khakis, browns, beiges, greys. Russell wanted a little bit of red in there to give some colour. So I found that good, really deep blood red, so we used that as well. We needed 6 items of each costume, basically 6 repeats, because these people get wet so much. Originally, we were just going to hose them down and they'd be dripping wet. With the water, it wasn't registering on camera. Millennium Effects gave us this sort of thickening gel agent they use on hair gel. The girls ended up with a great big paintbrush painting this gelling agent on top of their costumes to make them look wet. I mean, the biggest challenge with Water for Mars, which probably no one will ever see, is the fact that these people had these flesh sort of wetsuit, dry suits on underneath their costumes. Can you imagine shopping with an actor, particularly the guy playing Roman? It was his first job he'd ever done since leaving drama school. And we went shopping and I produced this thing from a suitcase and I said, you've got to just try this on because it's got to go onto your costume. It's what's going to keep you dry. And it just looks like the most bizarre garment ever.
My first initial thoughts was it's got every ingredient every Doctor Who episode has, explosions and fires, but we've got the added element of water, which is very, very problematic in trying to work, you know, obviously with large amounts of, large quantities of water falling onto set. You know, you've got lights, camera equipment, actors and all sorts of things. All these things we need to sort of bear in mind whenever you're creating these kind of special effects.
Joe, are you wet?
On this set you can see that I've had a pretty good go at demolishing. This is section F, that where basically you'll find the Doctor and all the rest of the crew here. It's all crumbling around and everything's sort of smashing up, exploding. Earlier on in the week, this was actually section A, which was the sort of the bridge of the base, shall we say. And this is where we had the majority of the water all sort of cascading down, creating curtains of water. Above here we've got these specially made rain bars, which they've got like fire hose connectors, and then on the fire hose it's got runs back to a bowser, and then the bowser is then pumping water. Because it was so controlled that we could obviously position cameras accordingly and just give the sense that it was sort of increasing in certain areas. Best moment, a big spaceship explosion that we did earlier on in the episode.
Nikki Wilson, producer of the Doctor Who special, just about to venture out into the National Botanic Gardens of Wales, where it's very, very cold. This is James de Havilland, our lovely second.
Very busy.
Very busy at work.
It is, can I just say, it is 2:30 in the morning.
So this is the National Botanic Garden of Wales, where we're filming the scenes for Inside the Biodome at the Mars base. As you can see, we're filming a scene using a camera jib. Get some fantastic high-wide shots of this amazing greenhouse structure. Talk us through what you're doing, Cleaner.
It's 4:15 in the morning. I'm not looking my best. I'm not doing anything at the moment and I don't even know what this shot is. I think it's energy about a scream.
This is Maggie's scream when she first discovers Andy, who's turned into a water creature. This is Julian, our sound recordist.
Hello.
He's just talking with his boom opera about how they're about to cover this scene, which is the scene where Tarek finds Andy having transformed in the biodome. Talk us through what you're thinking about, Julian.
Well, what I'm thinking about is why is it really, really cold inside a greenhouse? It's of all places that I was going to spend an evening. I was looking forward to being warm in my vest and shorts, and actually I'm wrapped up like a kipper.
Now stop whinging and get on with it.
I will do, yes ma'am. I'll get back to work.
Waters of Mars is the next Doctor Who special. It sets up
the whole ending of the David Tennant era. It's a freestanding story in itself, but it's got a human base of colonists led by Lindsay Duncan and some great actors. It's absolutely terrifying. It's one of the most scary stories we've ever done. If one drop of Martian water touches you, something goes very, very wrong. And the Doctor's thrown into that in the very first seconds, and it's the fight for survival. But we're all used to the Doctor saying, quick, we've got 10 minutes to save the world, or we're all going to die. This time, the set of conditions under which he says that, and the things he has to do, and the things the Doctor was forced to do, and the things the people around him are forced to do, are completely new. It's very exciting. It's a mad hour, and really scary.
Jimmy is Native American, and he's Shoshone, and I'm part Cree, so that helps out. I think he's just awestruck by the pace that the Doctor keeps, and I also think that there's something about a story that's uniquely tied to hiding things. It's very typical in the Native American kind of history, things being hidden and revealed. So I think it's a very interesting story in that case. I'm a big fan of Wes Studi, and I hope he kind of has that kind of look, or maybe like a young Graham Greene, you know? I think that'd be great. So I just hope they go with something that's kind of true to form, but still a little bit out there, like Doctor Who. I mean, everything, Doctor Who's got a twist on everything, and being kind of an alien plot that we can go there. I've been putting in more of a native voice, which is a little bit more peaceful. I'm very fast talking, and it's a little bit more grounded. I kind of did a Wes Studi, because Wes Studi's got a really kind of big voice, but it's a little bit more buried like that. Very peaceful, very calm like that. I love cartoon work. I think it's great to be different characters and to create something and come together. And then when you see the end result, it's almost more fantastic than recording it. I mean, this is kind of really surreal doing it. Everybody's in each other's headphones, but we're all in separate booths. And all we have is really our ears to identify what's going on and maybe what we're creating in our heads. And then I'll just turn to my right and there's David recording. I think that's Doctor Who. It's kind of, I have to keep myself in the script a lot, otherwise I get a bit starstruck. It's nice to do something that I think my kids will be able to really watch first time, you know? It's different when they come to see me in the theater. Hey! Yeah, it won me a lot of street cred on the school run.
Hi, my name is Clark Peters, and I play Night Eagle. Night Eagle is Jimmy's grandfather, obviously spending time in New Mexico during the whole alien invasion. But if I go any further than that, I have to start telling you the plot, and then you won't watch it, will you? Well, Night Eagle probably speaks like this. I've got the feeling he's a Native American. He's an old man, but he's a hell of an archer. When I first got here, it was definitely, sit down and catch. And the idea of this guy getting into a little booth, police booth, and, every time he walked into it was bigger than my house. I like that. And now my son is watching it, avidly, and he asks me to come and sit down with him just to watch Doctor Who. And as a matter of fact, I've got David's autograph here for him. That's for you, Max. What kind of guitar is that, huh? It must be a Dalek guitar.
Colonel Stark is very much a product of his time. He's a man who doesn't trust strangers. One of the origins of Dreamland generally was looking at those kind of movies which were made in the 50s. I'm thinking particularly of them. The monsters in them were all very much a metaphor for the Red Peril. The fact that everybody in America was scared of the Russians, thinking that the Soviets, thinking they were going to invade. So, very consciously, Colonel Stark is a representation of that. He's a man who believes that America is on the verge. You know, he talks about the fact that, you know, the communist threat, as well as the threat of aliens, which he suddenly discovers as he has in his back garden. So to some extent he's an archetype, not a cliche, an archetype, but also you kind of take that character and you try to give him a new edge, which hopefully comes over in the end.
Well, I'm Stuart Milligan, and I'm playing Colonel Stark. He's straight down the line, military. I think he's going to be kind of square-jawed. I think he probably has a crew cut. I think he should have a nice cleft in his chin, steely eyes, and he's a match for the Doctor for about, 3 seconds. I'm not going to tell you what happens, but needless to say, it's touch and go whether things are going to go well or not. Well, I've done a lot of things with the BBC, but probably Jonathan Creek is what I'm known for. I play Adam Klaus. But in terms of animation, I've done a lot of cartoons in my life. I think the one that's on right now on CBBC is Rocket Boy. I play Vector. And he's kind of like this, you know, and he kind of talks kind of like that. And I don't know what's going to happen, but I sure hope nothing bad happens to Rocket Boy. And this is fun because it's always nicer to be able to lay it down, lay the tracks down wild, all the lines down wild, and then they draw around it. The way you work is where you have a finished animated cartoon and you voice the character from lip sync. In the case of something like this, where they're real people, you have to kind of stay real, really. I think you can't make it cartoony. You kind of know when you're voicing something whether it sits on the animation or not. And sometimes voices, as good as they are, it doesn't quite sit on the face. It doesn't sit on the character at all. So you have to kind of modify it, alter it a little bit so that it gets there. But when you're starting from scratch like this, it's a great way to work.
I saw from quite early on the opening in terms of the Doctor walking into the diner and Cassie being there, and it was also quite fun to actually give him an American companion and to make her quite archetypal American again, as kind of those diner girls are in their way. Cassie has worked in this diner for the past 2 or 3 years, and it's been a bit of a drudge, to be honest, with her mother having gone off with a shoe salesman from Seattle or whatever, you know, and she's stuck running this place. She is quite independent, as all good Doctor Who companions should be, and she's proven that by running this place on her own. And so the Doctor actually represents an escape from that. He's something exciting. It is excitement in her world. I mean, she doesn't believe in aliens. She may well be romantic, but she's not given to flights of fantasy. When the Doctor walks in, all of that's turned on its head.
I'm Georgia Moffat and I'm playing Cassie. Cassie, she works in a diner and she's from a small town, and this man comes in who's just quite bizarre to her. She's never seen anything like it before. And it's exciting, and she's looking for an adventure and she's gung-ho and fun. Really exciting because not only is it animated, but then I also get to be the Doctor's companion, which I wouldn't normally get to do, and I get to go into TARDIS. Yeah, I played the Doctor's daughter in The Doctor's Daughter, self-explanatory, Jenny.
Hello, Dad.
Who was, came from the Doctor's hand. More complicated than that, but you know, if you've seen it, I don't have to explain it.
Origination, reproduction from a single organism.
I have a father that's a doctor as well, so it's all about Doctor Who in my world.
My name is Nora and I'm animating Cassie in Doctor Who Dreamland. She's the only really female character in the entire sequence. She gets to do the really ladylike screaming when something goes terribly wrong or looking frightened, so she's like quite an interesting character to animate because you get to accentuate all her facial expressions and stuff like that. She's probably one of the easiest characters, I say, to animate because she is like very distinctive of being female, so she already has something that distinguishes her from the other characters. The main thing was to keep her eyebrows arched and keep her eyelids not too far open so that she looks like a nice looking young lady.
Here today we're recording the soundtrack for the animation. That's the first stage that you have before you actually go to the point of actually making all the pictures come to life, and it's just been amazing. We've got David Warner, who's going to be playing the evil alien warlord, Lord Aslok. Big fan of David Warner. I can't believe I've got somebody, a star like David Warner, actually speaking my lines. It's amazing.
It's different, but it's great fun. But you're in your own booth, you don't need to look people in the eyes, and you don't even think about the fact that you're not seeing the other actor. You're acting through listening rather than looking, because that's the way the audience are going to hear it. So it's not essential necessarily to see the person that you're working with.
Well, I've known David Warner for a few years now, and I've always been completely in awe of him. He's a magnificent actor with this incredible voice. You're standing in those booths with the headphones on, and it just comes kind of gliding into your ears.
When I was very young, Patrick Troughton was my Doctor Who. Each Doctor Who gives themselves to it. It's a generational thing. It's a character which evolves and becomes the personality of the person who's playing it. And obviously David has been so successful for this generation, as successful as Patrick Troughton was for mine. It's fantastic that Doctor Who can survive for so long. I mean, I know it was cancelled and then revived, but it's just the proof of the pudding. The Doctor Who pudding has been proven, and that's fantastic. And long may it go on for each generation.
Little Loud's involvement in Dreamland has been from concept artwork all the way through to the final delivery in HD. And right now we're here in the online edit suite looking at episodes 1 and 2 of the Dreamland project, where we're looking at the final picture and the grade, the look, the colour and the contrast of the whole piece so that we've got the right vibe of Dreamland. We started with a whole range of concept pieces and brought them up to present to Russell T Davies, Julie Gardner and the rest of the Doctor Who Guardians here at BBC Wales. Looking to have a very defined look, but we wanted a look that was illustrative, that was deeply cel-shaded, give a really rich feel to this drama that takes place in 1950s America. We also developed a range of 2D storyboards which we proceeded to act out, so people would get an idea of the direction, how we would produce the drama, how we would bridge that relationship between the live action Doctor Who that you know and love. When we presented this look to BBC Wales, there was a resounding yes from the whole team here that was the look of the new Doctor Who animated series. So this is the end of the day in the online studio. We've had a really successful day. As always, some teething problems, some difficulties at the start, getting the colour right, making sure that everyone's happy with it. It's been a long, hard day, so we've got over all those teething issues now, and it's come to the end of the day one, and we've got a fantastic animation play out of episodes 1 and 2.
I'm Phil Ford. I wrote Dreamland, the new Doctor Who animation. Today I'm down in Cardiff to actually see the animation for the first time. When you write a script, you have a picture in your head of what it's going to look like, but after that, once you've written the script and it's gone off, it's then into other people's hands. So you really never know if it's going to look quite the way you imagined it or completely different. So today is pretty exciting because I'm going to find out. What can I say? It's looking fantastic. And it's just a testament to everybody that's been working on the show that it just looks incredible, even better than I imagined it. There are scenes in there which we could never have done on Doctor Who on the live show, and that's what really doing the animation is all about, being able to go to places and see things which
which would have just been incredibly expensive to do. And I think that's going to be just phenomenal for everyone watching it. You're just going to love it. It's going to knock your socks off. Certainly not mine off anyway.
Hello, folks. Hello, faithful listeners. This is Russell from Los Angeles.
And hello, it's Julie with Russell on the sofa in Los Angeles.
And for the Dreamland blog, we're answering some of your questions. So from Bex, but also from Paul, Rian, Ian, Beth and Mike.
Hello.
Basically, hello, what are you working on at the moment? Is it anything to do with Dreamland or any other projects?
Well, we're signing off Dreamland, Russell. We're getting emails out here,
Yes.
and we're getting to kind of give notes on the audio mix.
We get it
and,
sent to our computers, basically. That's how
yes.
it works.
And it's lovely to see you.
Oh,
it's
brilliant.
dragging me back to Wales. I'm really excited about it and seeing those images on your laptop.
Thank you for that question. Now, the next question. What gave you the idea to do Dreamland as an animation? How did it come about? Was it always going to be set in Roswell? That's from Bethany, Sarah, Lee, Matt, Rebecca, Luke, Dean, Mark, Ewan and Andrew. I like to imagine they all live together, those people.
I think they do.
Yes. Dreamland was actually, Roswell was Phil Ford's idea,
Yes.
wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
So how did it get set up as an animation? You're in charge of all that.
Well, we wanted to do it because we'd done The Infinite Quest a few years ago, and that was a great collaboration with the Children's Department and New Media and BBC Wales. And I think we got a taste for it, didn't we?
I think the truth is that what you will probably never know is the amount of Doctor Who requests that are hurtled at Julie in particular. You protect me from it, but
I'm like a walking target, Russell.
every day, how many requests do you get?
Oh,
for,
it's madness.
Stage
It's
shows,
madness.
musicals,
Yes.
whatever, extravaganzas.
Do you know, one day we might be encouraged, mightn't we, to reveal the worst.
Spill the beans on the things we have turned down. You would not believe, because a lot of the job is turning it down, saying
Yes.
no, that's not good.
It's
for Doctor Who."
managing a brand.
But sometimes something comes along and you think that's brilliant. The essential heart of it is if it does Doctor Who good, if you think I'd like to see that, and that's something we couldn't do on the television screen, and that's new, and it's new for us, and it's exciting. That's what gets us going.
And we just love working with the New Media teams, and
Yeah,
we
they're
love working
great.
with BBC Children's. Both are so supportive. And the most important thing is can you bring the talent together? So when Phil Ford was keen to write, when David Tennant was prepared to give his time for the voice and Gary Russell to direct the piece, you kind of start to think, actually, this is a really good addition to the brand. So we're thrilled and hooray!
Because it must be said that the original idea came from Phil Ford. We
Yes.
wanted to do an animation. Apart from that, it was absolutely blank. Turned to the lovely Phil, who was a stalwart of the Sarah Jane Adventures, and soon The Waters of Mars with Doctor Who, and with Torchwood. And we just knew he would love this, and so then he came up with Roswell, and it's his idea, and I think you will love it. It's good
Okay.
fun. I'm loving it. Next question. Hello, now the question from the viewers is this: what's been the hardest thing about making Dreamland? That's from Alex, Shui and Aisling, and Stephen, a long-time fan from Newfoundland. But there are, and he goes into more detail, saying, when doing a project like this, is there a freedom and temptation of limitless scope due to no budget restrictions? You can get away from the limits of television, but, does it start becoming not Doctor Who-ish?
Well, there are huge budget restrictions, and the biggest one is time. That's the hardest thing about this process.
That is the hardest thing about making it, yes.
Is we're working on a very, very fixed timeline to get it to the air date we want. And that means people are having to work very, very hard. And
because also, bear in mind that we're the outgoing team with an outgoing Doctor. We loved this and wanted to make it.
Yes.
And I hope there'll be more animations next year with the new team with Matt Smith. That's in the hands of the gods. But we wanted to make this. So we literally had to say, if you can't make the deadlines on this, it won't get made. Because this has to transmit before David leaves on screen on BBC One as the Doctor. That's been the great imperative. It's no good showing this in January, because that's a whole new era of Doctor Who beginning. That's been tough, so the schedule's been tough.
And also we weren't prepared to launch it in December because we're building up to a huge regeneration story.
Yes, so we've looked after the property well in that sense. So time, as ever, is the answer.
Time is the issue, and budget. If we don't have limitless resources, not even for animation.
it's
Of course not.
Really beautiful, and just that opening scene, the opening scene, is a space battle, which I think is phenomenal.
Yes,
but,
that's
there's a
where
limit
it's
on everything.
exciting to be able to do those things visually.
Brilliant. And in terms of that bigger question of like the freedoms and temptations of its limitations, the fact you can go
That's a
anywhere
great
and
question.
do anything, I think this works beautifully as a pair with the Infinite Quest, because the Infinite Quest did that. It went anywhere and did anything, and that was its brief. It was brilliantly written by a man called Alan Barnes, and every week it went somewhere different planets, different monsters, ice planets, space pirates, shipwrecks, all sorts of things. This is now, and I love that, this is sort of the opposite with Dreamland. It's more of a traditional Doctor Who story. There's a couple of moments you sit watching thinking, we could make this on screen.
Yes.
And I mean that in a good way. It's really atmospheric at times. So it's much more contained in that sense. There are scenes that we could never possibly afford in a million years, and that's why it works as a piece of animation. It's not literally a transplant of a television script. But so I think whichever Doctor you prefer, Doctor Who you prefer, will be a mix and match set with the Infinite Quest and Dreamland. You choose which one you like best, and maybe we'll make more of
And
those in the future.
I'm just going to break with the etiquette and jump in with a little question for you, Russell, at this point.
Yes, Julie.
Do you love it because it's got extra cliffhangers?
It does have extra cliffhangers. I like that very much. Always like a cliffhanger.
Yes.
I've never missed cliffhangers from Doctor Who, because I think every scene ends on a cliffhanger, just about, when Doctor Who's working well. But there is the thrill of that. Yes, you'll get great fun out of that. Next question. One for Julie.
Oh, hooray.
Are
Hello,
you
who's this from?
This is marvellous. This is from Sarah. I love this question. Are you sometimes like Donna to Russell T Davis's Doctor? When he starts to get too dark, do you have to rein him in? Do you have to do this with Dreamland? I love the way people keep mentioning Dreamland, because it's a Dreamland blog, so they force Dreamland into every question, basically. Will it be like Midnight, which I loved, which was scary, or Partners in Crime, which was much more comic? Come on, Julie, are you reining me in?
Do you know, Sarah, it sounds to me like we actually know each other. And more than that, it sounds like you've spent the last 7 years with me in every meeting and dinner and script discussion I've had with Russell.
It does say from Julie.com. Hold on a minute. Hold on.
That is like a rare insight into my working relationship with Russell T Davis. I'd love to be like Donna. What an amazing character. If only I could emulate the marvellous Donna. I think we don't have those kind of rows, and I don't think I have the temper that made Donna so wonderful on times. It's not like Midnight. I'm not trying to have Russell dragged out of the bus to his imminent death. I think our relationship, I'd like to say, is more like Partners in Crime. It feels like we've done a lot of running together, even though we've never physically run anywhere. But I think the work pattern feels like you're constantly on the move, and I would like to imagine us actually on that cradle in Partners in Crime, clinging on for dear life, because that was a great stunt to do, and I'd like to have done that myself.
I will conclude this very simply by saying Julie does not have to rein me in. She inspires me.
Oh, thank you, Russell T Davis.
Next question. How did you decide on the look of Dreamland, and have you had any problems capturing the Doctor's likeness? Are you both happy with it now? That's a popular question, asked amongst others by Isabella, Sean, Rob and Alex and many more. And Lucy also says, I'll be watching, especially as the cartoon Doctor is just as good looking as the real thing.
Oh, hey.
I'm not sure if David Tennant would like that, Lucy. I think he's a bit more handsome than a drawing. Although it's a lovely drawing.
It is a nice drawing. I'm incredibly happy with how it looks, and I think it's got real scale and real quality to
because
it.
it's much more, this time it's much more 3D
Yes.
CG modelling, as opposed to the Infinite Quest, our previous cartoon, which was more traditional sort of flash animation, actually a very sophisticated flash animation, but this is much more modelled, has much more depth. Two very different styles. I like both, but it's looking lovely.
It is looking lovely. I think the thing we've all been talking about is the lighting.
Yes.
And how much it should feel like the TV series lighting, and how moody and dark it should go. And that's the thing we've been balancing.
It's funny, we actually had quite some very strong notes in it, actually, to begin with, because, of course, because it's set in a desert, you have very strong sunlight there, naturally. So any good animator, any good designer in animation terms, is going to put very strong light on people's faces with very strong shadow because of the burning sun. And actually, we didn't like that. And if this had been television rushes, we'd have said the same thing. We'd have said, there's a point at which you have to say, never mind the realism, we want this to look good. So we actually had to apply that to cartoon figures and say, let's change the lighting on them. My helicopter is now arriving in the background. Can you hear it? It's time for me to go back to work, but we'll just keep going. I think viewers like to hear Los Angeles helicopters.
What, the crime helicopters that are
Listeners,
circling above us?
Next question. Oh, Julie.
Oh,
this
no.
is from Arvin.
Oh, I'm scared.
I've never met an Arvin before.
Arvin, I'm scared. What's to come?
What would be in your dreamland? What would be there? Etc. I like this, etc.
That's just kind of left me speechless.
What would be in your dreamland? Well, I'd be 21 years old for starters.
Could I just say Brad Pitt?
Oh, there we go. Arvin. Not Arvin. Arvin can be in my dreamland and we'll have fun together. Fine. Okay.
I'm speechless.
Question. Any chance of you both doing any more Doctor Who? If not live action, then many more animation like Dreamland? Asked by no one. Oh, no, I'm sorry, I'm lying.
Asked by RussellTDavis.com.
Asked by Rusty Davis' dad, who wants to be kept in his old age. This was asked by Craig, David, Paul and Wes and several others. I think it says several others, it means 2, making 6 at maximum. But there we go. What are we doing? Sadly, we've gone. The TV has chucked us out, and here we are, just audio.
Yes, look, this is where we now are. But we are still working on Doctor Who until Christmas.
And the marvellous thing is, we are like fans now, proper fans with the forthcoming series. It's like I had an email the other day off Stephen Moffat about something that's
telling
being
you what?
filmed. Well, I can't say this with my voice on a Dreamland blog because it would blow 500.
That's a terrible tease.
Well, it is a terrible tease because literally, if you saw this email, your head would explode. And I was so, and I sent him a long email back going, saying exactly this, saying tell me more, and then saying no, don't tell me anything. So
And
we're
did
now.
he tell you more?
No, he didn't. He knows me well enough to say
Oh.
leave well alone. So now I'd like to tell you what, we are now fans and we're loving it and we're joining you.
Do you think we're going to be invited to the launch?
I think we'll be old news. I think they'll be going, Julie who? Russell who? I'm sorry. Get out of the way, old people. They'll kick our sticks away from us, make us fall over in the gutter. I can see it coming. Finally, it says here, oh, could you possibly say hi and thanks to a few people who said lovely things, which is Tom.
Oh, thank
who
you, Tom.
Said the ideas that come out of your brains are just incredible. And say hello to David Tennant for me. I'm his biggest fan. Thank you,
Oh,
Tom.
Tom, you can come into my dreamland.
That's really sweet. Alex said, thank you, Russell and Julie, for caring so much. That's nice. These feel very personal. I'm not sure we should be reading them out. Adrian calls us brilliant, brilliant people. Is that Adrian Gardner, Adrian Davis? I think it must be. Rich says, Russell and Julie, you do a great job on Doctor Who. Callum says, can I start by saying you do a fantastic job on Doctor Who?
I want to know where he finished.
I don't know how he finishes. I dread to think. John says that we do awesome work.
Oh, that's very American.
Paul, who says thank you for your awesome work. Good luck in the USA. Kids. And very finally, Emma from Norway says thank you for the most amazing Doctor Who trip in the universe. I'm really going to miss you too. I feel a little bit like I'm at my own funeral now, so that's enough of that. That's
We've
enough
done
of
our
that.
own obits.
Thank you very much, everyone, for writing in. Do watch out for Dreamland because we think it's brilliant.
Thank you, lovely to talk to you.
Bye-bye from now.
Bye.
Well, in time-honoured tradition, let me say welcome, faithful listener. I'm here today with Gary Russell. Aside from being a script editor on Doctor Who, Gary is the director of Dreamland. Welcome.
Hello, nice to be here.
Good to have you here. Before we dive into the questions that the listeners sent us, could you tell us where we are right now with Dreamland, where we're up to?
We're at the stage, in fact, yesterday, I was sitting in this very room that we're sat in at the moment, watching early runs of episodes 5 and 6, and seeing it all come to an end and going, oh, that's it. It's over. It's finished. It feels really sad. But it's looking really, really good. And we have a long way to go. We've not got a huge amount of time. But the last couple of episodes are coming together, and I think it's going to be magnificent. I think it's going to blow everyone away.
It does seem nice that after all this time talking about it, when people, as you're saying, in this very room get to see it, their kind of jaws drop and they're like, right, so this is why we spent a year on it.
I think, yes, being animation, it takes a very long time to do. And I think when we first started talking about it to people, no one really quite imagined how it was going to look, how it was going to... And I think myself and Phil Ford, the writer, and Anwin and Matt here in BBC New Media, we all had a vision for it, and it was a case of going out and selling that vision to everyone else and saying, this is what we wanted. We don't want it to look like traditional two-dimensional animation.
Actually, that's a good point to jump in, because the first question I have actually is from Alfie, Thomas, Mark and Sarah. They asked, how did Dreamland come about, and specifically, how did you get involved in it?
It came about because we'd had success a couple of years ago with our previous animation, which was called The Infinite Quest, And we'd all sat around and talked about that and said we liked it. What will we do better? Because the idea of doing something again, the idea of doing something a second time is always to try and be better.
Yeah.
There's no point in standing still, especially with something like Doctor Who, which is always about going forward and being exciting and investigating new ways of doing things. So we thought we'll apply that to doing an animation as well. So it had always been in our mind, right from the moment we did Infinite Quest, that we wanted to do another one. And so it eventually became Dreamland. How did I get involved in it? I think I probably sat and shouted very loudly in the middle of a room saying, excuse me, I want to be involved with this.
I know that's not true, because Russell has already said that it was your involvement that was one of the things that prompted him to say, yes, we'll go ahead and do it.
Well, that's very, very nice of him. Oh, bless him. I love animation. I'm a huge fan of animation. I think animation is a very good way to do Doctor Who, actually. And I'd never wanted to obviously replace TV live-action Doctor Who, but I think it's an interesting path for Doctor Who to go down, because there are things you can do in animation, obviously things you can't do in animation, that Doctor Who lends itself to very, very well. So I've always been interested in cartoons and animation. I've always been interested in voice work. I have a background in audio drama, which is basically drama without any pictures, and the animation puts the two together. You work with the actors and you're doing their voice work and everything, and then you make the pictures fit. And it was fun. That's very nice of Russell to say that my involvement was important.
No, that was in one of the previous Q&As, and so it's there for the world to register.
It's a good thing to be involved in. It's good fun. It's a nice way to make a different version of Doctor Who.
It's set around Area 51, and the so-called Roswell incident, I suppose, which has always been shrouded in mystery as to quite what went on and whether aliens really did crash in America in the 50s.
This is Doctor Who meets a 1950s B-movie, monster B-movie.
A couple of years ago we did an animation, The Infinite Quest, and I remember at the time hearing that back thinking it's quite difficult to know where to pitch it, because it's not an audio play, which is a medium in itself. You're providing a voice for another medium which is yet to be, at the moment all we've got is a few little sketches and ideas of what this animation is going to look like.
Being an animation is a great opportunity to actually do the kind of story that we would always love to do on the regular show, but you would never be able to do. So this time we're taking Doctor Who out to the Nevada desert in 1958. I've just looked at it as simply as a live-action extravaganza. The thing about this is, of course, is it's going out in episodes, so we have to build to some sort of a climax every 6 minutes, which is a great way of actually going about something like this, because if you write a script anyway for a show, you have to build to climax at certain points, and that's what moves the story along.
I have no idea sitting here today what this finished product is going to look like, so you just sort of travel and hope, and you trust the animators. You stand in the sound booth imagining, with your own sort of imaginative world as to what this is going to be, and trying to project forward to how it might look.
It's a full-on action extravaganza.
So this is TV Centre. Still very early in the morning, it's completely deserted.
Hopefully one of the dressing rooms will have your name on it. That's what
Oh, that would be... You see, we could probably have deduced that if we were clever.
Might be the same one. There are some this way and some this way. This is where we were last time. At Russell
Yeah.
on Tuesday, so. Oh, John Barrowman in that one.
John Barrowman, look at that.
You doing his show, David?
That's top secret at the moment. Hello.
Sorry.
Producers don't like being on camera.
Thank you.
Everyone's very excited about having you on the programme as well.
Oh, well, thank you.
Oh, and it's so close. Oh, I'll go out to make up with you and then I'll leave you.
I'm going on that side. I can't see
escape
So
it.
I'm going to give Dr. Who a cuddle. I'm going to tell him I love. Thank you,
you very much. Thanks.
It was very nice to meet you both.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Have you got 2 Raws?
Raws? With a Z or a...
Put a Z, yeah, that's great, yeah.
Frederick is reviewing the papers on immediately before you.
Right.
We're hoping his last story will be this interview with Russell T Davies, so you may be able to pick up off the back. I'm going to take. I'm going to take that copy to the studio. If you can share that with.
Do you want to read that? Russell's looking slightly malevolent there. What's wrong with him?
It is looking pretty sinister, isn't it? Hello.
Hi.
Hello, David. Hi, I'm Maxine Gordon.
Hello.
I'm one of the newsreaders. Hi.
Hello, how you doing?
Would you, and you're probably fed up doing this, would you stand just for my left?
Of course I will.
Thank you. His name is Lewis, L-E-W-I-S. Yeah.
Lovely, you want to press about
Oh, lovely Michelle. I love Prestwick, come on.
Yeah, well, exactly, but they've had to negotiate by
Right,
selling
let's go.
Is it true, I read somewhere, that you wanted to be Doctor Who when you were 3 years old and that's when you decided to be an actor? Is that what everyone?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I remember watching John Perry turn into Tom Baker.
Let's talk about post Doctor Who. What will happen then?
I have no idea. I genuinely don't know. I'm just keeping my options open at the moment.
Okay. And can you give us any clues about the end of your Doctor Who run and the regeneration and the new Doctor Who? Can you tell us anything about that?
No. Because that's the fun of it, isn't it?
And, oh, that's Apollo, really, isn't it?
I love his description. Thank you very much. Thank you, it was a pleasure. Yeah, great, good. We've got to run to Radio 2 now.
Come on then. How was that, David Tennant?
That was okay, a little bit crazy.
Lots of people asking for your autograph.
Yeah, there was a bit of that. There usually is, though, to be
But that was
honest.
quite good because I was using it as bargaining tool. So it was...
Yeah, we weren't allowed to film in the studio. We weren't allowed to bring this camera into the actual studio until Jenny exchanged an autograph. It's a kind of currency.
It certainly is.
Because when we went in, the producer was quite stern. So I go, you can't be filming in this studio. Like it was some BBC rule. But she just meant, I want an autograph.
Yeah.
I'll go straight in and just...
and I'll bring you back in a minute, alright?
I'll just try and get through as quick as I can. Okay. I think I get more scared about getting into buildings when they're like this than I do about doing the show.
Oh my god. There's quite a lot of people outside.
Good luck. Okay. Cheers.
Scary. This is the most terrifying thing in the world. He's literally just in the middle.
Ooh, that was quite cool. I'm really sorry, guys. It's so mental. I can't do anything. Hello.
Very cool.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
She's not. She will be shortly, though.
Is this where it happens?
I've got a BBC email address. I've never had one of them before. I'm just getting my DJ headphones on. I'm just hanging out in my studio before my 3-hour show. Yeah.
And so what time's Catherine turning up?
Well, to be fair, it's not even 9 o'clock yet, so Catherine's not even late yet. I mean, she will be about 45 minutes late, but you know, so far so good.
Just about to go on air.
Good luck, studio.
Funny spells. There will be some shells.
Bon chance.
BBC News.
Bon chance.
Excellent, isn't it?
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Morning.
Jonathan Ross is reclining in a bath of cream eggs at the moment, so instead you've got David Tennant.
And Catherine Tate.
We'll be with you for the next 3 hours pretending to be DJs.
It's true. Happy Easter.
God help us all.
Lovely.
We're off. Now, do you know what we get to do now? We get to welcome into the studio, all the way from, how do you say it?
All the way from Octamuti. Is that right?
Nearly. It's the Proclaimers, Craig and Charlie. Achtar Machti. You've got to get the phlegm in the back of your throat. It's Craig and Charlie, the Proclaimers. They're here. Oh yes.
Hello.
Live in the studio. Good morning. How are you?
All right.
How you doing?
All right. Very good.
Now,
How's your ring?
I actually got broken outside by David's fans.
Oh.
There's a scrum outside Radio 2.
Is it? Oh.
No, I'll confess it was last Saturday morning.
Yeah.
You must put terrible strain on police resources whenever you appear in a town, David, given the fact that how many people are
There
outside
were no police
crushing
out there
against the
today.
wall. No?
People in West 1 who live in West 1, their council tax has gone up by £25.
Fair enough.
I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be that man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. John Barrowland is there!
I'm actually quite scared that you two are doing this. I don't know what to think.
Now, do you Twitter? Do you My Face or whatever it's called?
Absolutely not. My
No.
face?
What
Are
is
you
it?
on My
Why?
Face?
Yeah, is it?
No, Facebook.
Oh, that's two.
Facebook, MySpace, and Twitter.
You've elided some things there.
All right, you want to hear something? I have people who are impersonating me on
Oh,
Facebook
yeah,
and
we're-
Twitter.
We're
And
not strangers to
No,
that.
and I-
Yeah.
have you tried to stop them?
No, it's quite hard. People are allowed to do what they like.
I could go on and say that I'm David Tennant,
Yeah.
and I don't have to prove anything. But for you to prove that I am not David Tennant, you
Yeah,
have to go
it's
through a complete rigmarole.
I know.
And I can't. So just know, right? I say it now. I do not have any Facebook, MySpace, or Twitter profile.
Neither do I. It goes without saying. that.
Thank you very much. I'll text you later.
David who? Is he in this? Is he? Oh, the tall, skinny guy. The first week I was here, I seemed to do nothing but run after him. And if you've seen him, you know what a very energetic person is, and extremely fit. And they would say action, and he was 50 yards away. Boom, the speed of light. And my knees were aching. Everybody said, get a chair for Bernard, will you? How's the knees? And all this was going on. It's lovely to be back on Doctor Who. When I was here before, I was so impressed by the whole setup down here in Wales, the production, the crew and everybody else. I became an utter bore when I got back to London and was being interviewed about bits and pieces by saying that it's the best unit I think I've worked with. It really is. Smashing unit. I don't think I've had worse moments yet, except for my knees. David and I have had some very nice scenes together. Those have been very good moments, yeah.
Merry Christmas.
We're working into the night tonight. I have a couple of scenes with Claire Bloom when she appears behind me in a church. We have a scene where we find the TARDIS is already in the stained glass in the church, that sort of stuff, you know, very spooky. And she's suddenly there and you turn around, she's not there, you know. I may go home with grey hair.
What is it like to be back? It's great to be back. Really, really great to be back. I'm having a great time. Great to be asked back. It's a big honour for me to be in David's last ever episode and Russell's last ever episode and Julie Gardner's last ever episode. The first time was a lot of fun and this time has been a lot of fun as well. And also the character's changed a lot. He's far, far more insane than he was last time. A little bit darker, I think. But yeah, it's been fabulous being back. It's always nice to have another go at a character. What are the best moments on the set of Doctor Who? The best moments for me are when we're filming a big sequence that involves effects or something. For instance, I was shooting bolts out of my hands at the Doctor. When the camera's behind me and all I can see is the explosions going off behind him every time I do that, and he's walking towards me. It's like a Doctor Who video game. So they're pretty cool. I like those moments. In this episode you become everyone. Who would you like to be and why? One of the best things about being an actor is that you can pretend to be other people. for a short period of time, and usually that's enough. I'm quite happy being me. Are kids scared of you in the street? I hope not. I hope kids aren't scared of me in the street. When I took my son to school, when the first episodes were on, there was a semicircle around me in the schoolyard for a while, but they've got short memories, so they forgot after a while. Last one. Would you like to become the Doctor? No, absolutely not. The Doctor and the Master are two sides of the same coin, and I'm the flip side. I'm Tails. I'm the baddie Doctor, and I'm happy being the baddie Doctor. I wouldn't like to be the Doctor.
Lasers!
Good, just having a little coffee break in between scene changes. But yeah, everything's good so far, motoring through it, so that's good. It's kind of built to last, so yeah, they stay on right to the end. It's probably more actually difficult to get me out of it than it is to get me in it. You can hear a card game going on over there between scene changes, you can probably hear. Although I'm not very good, so I'm sitting here. I'd probably be more interested in something like Connect 4 or Buckaroo or Operation Twister. I think that would be quite a good movie watching. Although it could be quite painful actually with all the spikes getting into the wrong places. That might not be the best game for them to play. But no, I don't think they do cards. I framed a cleaner this morning. I was in a bit of a hurry to get to my trailer, so I went through the business administration bit of the studio, and a cleaner was coming out of a door as I was going through it, and I don't think she'd ever seen a Vinbocci before, and yeah, she nearly had a heart attack. I did apologise, so I'm hoping she won't sue. I'm just about to turn into a human. Disgusting species. Don't really want to do it, but it has to be done very sadly. Here we go. Wish me luck. Well, that's me done. I'm all human now. I'm off to meet Panica Faletta. He's humanised as well, so we'll see if we can mingle with the humans and hopefully get on and try and learn some of their customs and stuff, and see how it goes before we hop back home to our planet.
The Time Lords we did in Series 3 as a flashback, but we only touched on it very slightly, and we actually used the original collars that were in the Blackpool exhibition, and they were shot on a dark night in the mist, so you didn't really see much of them. When the Time Lords appeared again in the special, and they were obviously going to take more of an important role, it obviously transpired that we wouldn't have enough collars. There's been huge amounts of debate over these collars and whether we do them or don't do them. Because they are such a big part of Doctor Who history, it was felt that we should try and do the collars, but maybe that we simplify them. Because of the replication element as well, I decided to make them all gold rather than doing the different sort of colours, because obviously the ones that we have for Blackpool, there was like an orangey gold and a red gold. We moulded the original collar, and consequently, you know, we have kept the same shape, but we haven't put the collar on everyone. And again, the skull caps from the original, they were more like armour looking, but they look very dated and very 70s, those, and we've decided to just have a much simpler skull cap shape and not braid it up, and it's not quite so grand. Some of the robes have been made for the principals, and then the crowned robes were hires. But again, I tried to keep the deep reds and the golds going through them. But specialist ones like the Visionary, for example, who's more of a witch. She's still a Time Lord, but she's more of a witch. She was made. The Lord President obviously was made, and Weeping Time Lord, the Lady Weeping Time Lord was made as well. And also in terms of the robes, you know, we've just gone again for all quite rich, deep, rusty reds and golds. And I've tried, because we only had so many people, I've tried to keep it all within the same colour palette, because if you start moving away, then the replication was going to get very difficult. Certainly one of the shots that we did of the Time Lords, where we see the Lord President coming through, I think it's a very dramatic shot, and I think that actually worked quite well. I'm sure there'll be loads of letters from people with all sorts of comments about the Time Lords and why we've done this or that, and I know there's different chapters and all sorts of things, but you know, we've just really done it from a completely aesthetic point of view, and the script and what Russell wanted us to do and what we felt would work.
Okay. Thank you very much. This will be good for you, won't it? There you go.
Can I just make a cross or something?
Of course you can.
Shall I just sign Dan's name?
Yeah, if you want to, yeah, no problems.
There you go. I mean, you can give it a go, Dan.
Come on, have a go. Could you just sign in, please, if you don't mind?
There we go. How about
That's excellent. Thank you very much.
You just do a cross. Would you like me to sign?
Oh, it's huge.
Wow, look at this. Great.
You have to do a sideways shuffle. That's good. Ah, there they are. So the crew are miles away. I think that's Eros putting his goggles on, checking the shot. We're setting up this shot by remote control now.
So what I'm imagining this shot is, guys, is that we're going to be full height on Dan to start with, taking aim at Mickey and Martha, who are going to be just where Pete's waving his arms now. And that's the point, Dan, where you lick your lips with satisfaction that you're about to get them.
Hello, it's David.
Thanks, sir.
Do you want me to sort of do a bit of kind of standing looking heroic and then walk off?
Checking that now, sir. Yes, please, David, yeah.
Copy that.
Right, you've had a good AD. Probably do the extra money as well, couldn't you?
Well, you know, I'm unemployed in 8 weeks. I might have to look into it.
Oh, no.
Loving your work.
Just do a figure.
I sort of had two first days on Doctor Who. I had the day when I came and did the tiny bit at the end of series 1, which was done with a sort of skeleton crew. Very low key actually, thankfully, because it was scary enough. But luckily I managed to just slip in and do it. There was only about 10 people there, which, having seen somebody else's first day recently, where I think everybody in Wales turned out to have an ogle at him, I'm very, very relieved that I had an easier time. But then my first day, the first day of filming on the Christmas Invasion, which was the scene at the end, don't think she looks tired, that scene, was terrifying, probably. Scary. I remember getting home that night And I felt like I'd been drinking E-numbers all day because I was so charged up with that, and my voice was going, and everything had just been kind of a bit. But the great thing about a shooting schedule is that it has the necessity of just having to do it, learn the lines, and get on with it. Really, doesn't it? So very quickly, the routine takes over.
Well, my first day was at home watching Doctor Who episodes.
Was it?
Classic Doctor Who.
What was the first one you put in your VCR, as it was back in those days?
I can't remember. Yeah, it was. I can't remember the first one, but the one that I really loved more than anything was City of Death.
Really?
That was the one.
Why did you love it so particularly?
Because I thought it was so ambitious, because I thought that was the episode I saw that made me think the show can do anything. It was so funny, it was so bold, it was so mad with Leonardo da Vinci. It was technically Paris, you know, there was a couple of exterior running shots, and I thought, oh, you could go abroad as well, and it was just so witty and bold.
I haven't seen that in years.
So that was my first day, and then the first shoot day, there was a space pig, and I remember thinking, this is unlike any other job I've ever done. There was a space pig.
Yeah.
I suppose it's hard for me to think what my first day was because I just sit at home all day really. So I think the first day for me really was when it had been mentioned to my agent, Dr. Jane Tanton mentioned Doctor Who, and I just sort of ignored that, and it was when you phoned up and you said Doctor Who, that's real. So I suppose I started with a feeling of horror, really, that never goes away, just of like how wrong it could go. And I think it's a very good way to work, just to always think how wrong it could go and fight against that and fear.
Yeah.
So I remembered that deep feeling of like, oh my God, this could go so wrong, but I've got to do it.
What about the moment when you sat down to start the first script, though?
I don't even remember that.
You don't?
Funny,
that doesn't
no,
feel like that
because
didn't feel significant particularly?
they're all just a blur in my head.
Yeah.
Not a blur, I remember every script very precisely, but there's no grand sort of...
No.
It's just always there, really. I just started one day, I can't remember. Literally, when you say Doctor Who, and it's like, well, what Doctor Who? That was my first thought. I knew exactly what Doctor Who I wanted to make, which is this one. And I wasn't committed to it. I was sort of thinking, if there's not enough money for this or not support, I'm not going to do it. But then I'll have to watch someone else do it. So I probably will do it. Oh my God, it was knotted like that. It's like life.
But I think that, I think that when I got asked to do it, and I remember you saying this, you recognised the sensation. It wasn't entirely kind of brilliant, yes, let's go.
No.
It's that slight horror of thinking, I don't know that this is the best idea because this could all go wrong. This could, you know, especially if it's something you love a lot, it could shatter a lot of dreams.
But then very quickly you started talking about I need to wear a long coat.
I did.
And that kind of gives yourself away.
Yes, but then a few days later I decided not to do it. I had woken up and thought, I'm not going to do this, and I spoke to my agent and said, I don't think it's the right thing to do, and then a few days later, I know, but just because for all you see, it's like, well, what will it actually be? It's a lovely idea. But
And
what will
also,
it actually be?
I love it. Does that mean I want to make it?
Yeah.
You know, it's that's not automatic actually.
Yeah.
Although it is. you then discover
Well, because
this,
the clincher is you then think, I kind of watch somebody else do this.
Yes.
And actually that's the thing that makes you go, nope, got to do it.
most people view it as episodes. And it's very hard for us to choose favourite. We will be asked for the rest of our lives, what's your favourite episode, what's your favourite line? And it's been our life. I don't know how you can, it's like, what's your favourite bit of life? There's no such thing. It's like there's when they fell in love and when those two got together when that terrible news happened, and it's life, you know, it's all of that. So it's really hard to see as discrete episodes, I think.
And I'm becoming quite sentimental as we only have 2 weeks left. You know, just walking around Upper Boat, walking around the studio and just recalling all the sets that have been built, all the actors that have been in here, all the things we've done, all the crews. It's kind of thinking about that, but it's not a specific moment or a specific story or a specific set. It's actually everything. It's the kind of whole of it.
You can't compare Love and Monsters to Gridlock, to Doomsday, to the Shakespeare Code, to Planet of the Apes. They're just, you could talk about such a wide range of stuff that no one episode would sum up Doctor Who.
Yeah. And the experience of filming each one is very different because it's just surrounded by different people and the stories are so different there, and therefore it slightly feels like choosing between children, which would be wrong, I think.
The best moments are getting the script for the first time.
Yeah.
And just thinking, what journey are we going on now?
Yeah.
And what is this and what are the challenges?
Mm.
And that moment. And then beginning to see the rushes with you. And then the final mix where it's all coming together. And I've never had the fortune of being on a show where you can go into the final mix and really be excited on every episode. And that's the whole last 4 years, actually. I felt that way about every final mix.
Yeah.
I haven't been to one yet. I'm going to come to the final mix.
Gotta be after final mix.
please
Phil's
come.
gonna come.
Yeah.
Oh, it'll be party central.
Yeah, I don't even know what a final mix is.
Unless it's
Do you know,
rubbish.
we
What
better-
they've
we
spent
better
the last
do a remix.
5 years.
We better do one
We better do a
beforehand.
remix because if you
It's
come
rubbish.
and there are cakes and we're like
They can
miserable,
go wrong.
They can go wrong.
Oh, really? Have you had final mixes that where you've all sat and gone, oh, we've made a turkey?
The most spectacular one, and we can't remember which
Can't remember
episode.
one. We can't remember which one because we wiped it from our minds. We stopped it.
We stopped it.
You've never
Which
stopped
is
a mix.
unheard of.
It
It
starts.
gets to
You
the
sit
end.
there.
I stood up and stopped.
I wish we could remember which one it was. And there's all sorts of.
Clearly it got fixed before it got transmitted.
Oh yeah. Oh
huge.
yeah.
It was- yeah,
Oh, we've
brilliant.
never transmitted anything.
Oh,
that-
it
that
was
didn't
just,
work.
it was appalling.
The Cybermen one was very hard because all the Cybermen were stomping and the music was
And it
going
was-
at a different stomp.
Oh.
And, that was hard. The Rise of the Cybermen, that was very,
Yeah.
very tricky to get right. But they're all hard sometimes. Oh. Well, favourite guest stars, that's hard.
Yeah,
really
you
hard.
can't
All of
start
them.
giving favourite guest stars. You can't start.
No. But the ones we've loved, like Bernard, obviously.
Bernard.
I mean, we're in a lovely position on the show because someone comes in and with a show like this, you can then bring them back. It's like Penelope Wilton. She comes because we just love her. Bernard came in for one scene. We just well, Catherine
Well,
came in for one
Catherine
episode.
and Freema.
Freema was like a little part. We got so it's Billy. We've never shaken off yet. We try. Keeps turning up in the
Right.
studio with a little bat.
Well, we've got some
Share
people
the
coming back
community
in these final episodes that I don't think people know about as well. Still,
Yes.
haven't we? We've got a few that people have tumbled, but there's a couple of our little faces creeping back.
Some
that
have
people
gone
might
under
not
the
be
radar.
expecting.
So we've been very.
And for sheer adrenaline madness in Cardiff, Kylie Minogue coming to Cardiff was an absolute hoot.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
was balmy.
That was so balmy.
yeah.
But also, we always get talked about, like, it as a show, well, we cast big stars in it, so we get talked about that. But the young talent as well. Is that
Yeah.
Harry Lloyd, Lenora Critchlow, Gridlock, and
Yeah.
Russell Tovey, and.
Felicity Jones and now makes big push bill.
Yes, it's,
Yeah.
it's like.
Kieran Mulligan and now makes big push bill.
Of course, I know, yeah. There's a lot.
See, we get these careers out. Scat.
Are a run on the ladder. We've forgotten.
Forgotten.
Yeah.
Enough about.
But lots. Brilliant.
Right, are we ready?
I'm honoured to
Are
be
we
doing
ready?
big
Me too.
questions. Honoured.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So, first big question. Lucy Saxon and A Million Masters. The Doctor facing his destiny. Wilf facing Minnie Hooper. Hooper? What were your one favourite moment from episode
Minnie
17?
Cooper. Did you mean that to be a sort of play on Minnie Cooper? I've only just realised.
Minnie Hooper? No, so did I. That's why I stumbled over it.
That's good.
Just good to me now.
See, you just slip the puns in without realising you're doing
A
it.
reliable old design. Upbooted for a new age. There we are. Favourite
Favourite
moments.
The scene in the cafe with Wilf.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
Russell?
Well, yes, exactly. And well, probably no, you and John Sim as well in the Wasteland at night.
Right.
I had stakes, all of that, and you.
Actually, I haven't seen any of it back yet.
That moment where you realise that you can hear the noise in his head is
Oh,
everything turns on its head.
Thrilling.
Then.
Right.
That's
absolutely.
I love
thrilling.
that
Right.
bit. Yes.
Right.
My favourite moment is when you first see the Master in the Wasteland. So the kind of the scale of it, and you're running looking for him, and you see him at a distance, and he's banging.
Next question. Oh dear, what's in there? Somebody's been nicking bits off the towels. Right,
Big question.
big question
The
in this
music now.
big envelope.
Oh, that's very dramatic.
Yeah, you got to do that. You got to
Okay.
chuck them away. How would you describe the development of these? Are hard. When I last did this, it was what's your favourite colour? How would you describe the development of Wilf and his relationship with the Doctor?
Well, this is after
this
episode
is
17.
so we can't
We
really
can't tell you
answer
what the
that, I'm
ultimate
afraid.
There's a lot more to
There's
come
There's
and a
a
lot more
huge amount more to come.
really personal stuff. That comment,
Yeah.
what they are to each other, is
Yeah.
on its way.
So we're going to not answer.
We're going to say tight,
Yeah.
fairly tight-lipped about the development
We
of
are.
Wilf. Needless to say,
Love
from the
and
moment
meat.
we cast Bernard Cribbins in Voyage of the Damned to where we are now, was never quite anticipated, but has ended up seeming like it was always meant to be.
Absolutely, and I think Bernard Cribbins is one of our finest actors in the land.
Extraordinary.
Blimey, that clanks, doesn't it? The big question.
that a theme tune?
The Time Lords are back. Hooray! It says
They are
hooray.
back.
How
Marks
much
after hooray.
persuasion / money / chocolate biscuits would it take to entice you back into the world of Doctor Who?
Oh.
Good question.
Well, frankly, no one's ever asked me, so there we go. That's my
We haven't actually left
If they
yet.
asked, maybe I'd give an answer.
We haven't actually left yet, so you
Yeah,
can't.
but we're on the brink,
really
we're on the
know.
precipice, we're on that cliff top.
My answer is the right story.
Oh.
Yeah, that's boring.
You
but,
will
know.
be asked though, because you'll have the 15 doctors, the 25 doctors.
2013, I guess, is the next anniversary, isn't it?
And I think, am I right in thinking in 2013 that the anniversary, 23rd November, is on a Saturday?
It never is.
I think so.
Have you looked this up?
Exactly,
This is
looking that up
pitiful.
once.
You
I'm like a
looked
weeping,
it up.
I'm a
well,
weeping
we've
angel.
got
We
it.
are weeping angels thinking
We've
about
got
it.
it. We get the planning starts here.
Well, exactly.
Next question.
There's a bell in there.
I
can hear a bell.
I could make a
That's
Patrick
quite good.
Troughton reference.
Do you want to do that
No.
reference? No. Moving on. Okay.
Janka Bell.
The final 2 episodes are full of secrets and mysteries.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Now you're leaving. Could you each give us a secret you can at last reveal?
I've got a brilliant secret.
Yeah? Okay.
Janka Bell.
The final 2 episodes are full of secrets and mysteries.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Now you're leaving. Could you each give us a secret you can at last reveal?
I've got a brilliant secret.
Yeah?
It was nothing to do with Doctor Who.
Okay.
I was once the voice at the end of Stars in Their Eyes, saying, if you'd like to step through these famous doors, phone us on 09 blah 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 blah.
How can you have kept this from us all
For
this
1
time?
week. Because Matthew
you
Kelly.
sacked? Were you sacked?
Matthew Kelly was the host, and they changed the phone number 1 week, or the day before when he was at the country. Bizarrely, the producer of Stars in Their Eyes said, "Get that man from down the corridor. He's got a nice voice," which was me. So I did the voice. Thank you.
So when we do, because people won't know yet that the end of episode 18 is a public vote.
That's a
So
secret.
just, that's a secret we can now
There we
reveal.
go.
So
we'd like to choose.
You could do the voice for
doctor's
phoning in.
hairstyle,
Yeah.
then phone, blah blah
Yeah.
blah. It's my secret.
You
Yours?
get to choose.
I have no secret.
Yes, you
I don't. David, over to you. I'm passing on this question. We're allowed one pass.
I've got
I
a
was-
good secret.
I was nearly on Stars in Your Eyes. There's
No.
another secret. Well,
That's
celebrity Stars in Your Eyes.
Who would you be?
I was going to do Jarvis Cocker. Not long before I started on this, I did a show called Blackpool, which had song and dance numbers in it. We had the same choreographer who did
Great.
Stars in Your Eyes. And I did mention that I quite fancied doing a Jarvis Cocker tour once. And then for a while, my agent was getting chased for me to come and do my celebrity Jarvis
Can
Cocker.
you do a bit now for us?
Oh
No.
no.
And then the show's been cancelled.
It's
isn't it?
gone,
Doesn't happen anymore.
strangely.
So you'll never see my celebrity
started
Jarvis
the
Should
rock.
come back. I love that.
Yes.
I like to
I
think.
love that show.
I love that show. Why don't they make? This is the last big question.
I like
The
voice.
final 2 episodes are amongst the most dramatic and emotional like ever.
Well, let's
Was
hope.
That's a very,
was making
it's a
them
very subjective viewpoint.
was making them a sad farewell or a happy crescendo. Have you had a happy crescendo?
Well, we still got a week to
waiting.
go. I'm
Still waiting for a happy crescendo. When's that coming?
Happy crescendo. I can't even say it.
Happy Crescendo. That's the name of a character in my next series. The Adventures of Happy Crescendo.
Well, for me, it's been very sad because we have lots of footage of me crying at any moment. So
Yeah,
the
there's-
read-through I cried at, your big scene, not to be discussed, I cried at,
Yeah.
and I'm sure there's much more crying to come. So for me, it's a sad farewell and no happy crescendo.
Yes.
Yeah.
What happened yesterday, David?
Yesterday we filmed the regeneration scene.
Yes.
Can we even reveal there is one? Is that giving too much away?
I
People
think
do know
it's-
I'm
I
leaving,
think-
don't
I
they?
think-
That
yeah,
has
I think
leaked in the
fine,
But let's not
press.
say where
Hasn't
or
it?
how.
No.
No, I'm not going to say how.
So how do you feel this morning? The morning after?
I feel fine actually.
happy
Yesterday was a bit
crescendo?
odd because yesterday, as I walked away from the studios, I left people here still working. That was a very curious moment. But it's all right. It's good. It feels exciting and right and good, and it feels like we're doing it, with gusto and vigor and integrity and all the right things.
I agree. Absolutely.
Even wanting more.
Yeah.
Say that by the time this goes out, there might be
desperate to get rid of it.
Never, absolutely never.
So what about you? Happy
I'm
for Shindo, sad for a while?
Getting fed up with the farewells. Actually, there's like so many, aren't there? I was laughing.
Yeah.
Yesterday we've had our last day on the TARDIS. We've yet to come. We're having dinner tomorrow night. It's like, then we got our last scene with a certain person. Then we've got
we've got the
your last. Then
department.
we've got our department farewell.
Then we've got
there's
dinner
your
with you.
last scene on the set. Then
And then
there's
there's
like the
the
rap
rap
party.
party.
It's like, can we just go?
And then in 6 months' time, we've got to go. You know, it's trailing round the.
Well, and then in
Trailing around talking
October, we come back for the final mixes.
Yes.
And this is and all the editing. So
it's kind
it's
of
not
never
over.
It's kind of never ending. But keep watching BBC One for the
Thank you.
adventures of Happy
Goodbye.
Crescendo.
Happy Crescendo.
Because that will be
Can't
on.
wait for that.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Right, sorry, just one before we go, so just a quick reference. Sorry guys, we just get this.
This is not my last day's filming, but it is the filming of my final scenes. Which was a bit weird. Yesterday we filmed the scene in the gate room with Bernard and myself, where the Doctor rages against the dying of the light before sacrificing himself to save Wilf. And actually that got me a bit. At lunchtime I had to have a bit of a moment in my trailer, just to kind of catch my breath and have a little bit of a weep, to be honest with you. All got a bit emotional.
Ben the Spark has given me this Cardiff City top. I don't know a great deal about football. And he always tries to talk to me about it, and I always disappoint him. So I think he thinks that maybe if he gives me this, I'll grow to love it. Very nice top. And round the bottom of the shirt, it says end of an era. I haven't quite been doing this job since 1910, but I like the sentiment.
I don't know how I'm going to feel as the day goes on. It's funny, people are around the set are very aware of it as well. Some people, you can tell, aren't mentioning it almost too particularly. Whereas others are, being very sweet, sympathetic, but instead you just want to get on with it, really. It's just another day. We just have some scenes to shoot. Matt Smith arrives about 3 o'clock this afternoon to do his first bit. I can't imagine what he's feeling. When I did that 4 years ago, it was with a tiny skeleton crew long after principal photography had finished on the first series. So it was a very different experience. He's coming in with the full crew and in the middle of a full day's filming. Still, I'm sure he'll be fine. It's very easy to get over sentimental about these things as well. But I suppose it is important, and it's been a big old time, and this really does mark the end of it. It's sad. I just filmed my final line. Got a little bit sad. We did a couple of versions. One where the Doctor sort of really breaks down, one where he's sort of fighting it a bit more. I think we have to go for that. I don't think in his final moments he can lack courage after all this time. Anyway, did it. If this was actually the last day's shooting, and we were shooting this scene as my final ever scene, I really think I'd be in trouble then. Probably be inconsolable. As it is, of course, my final scene, which is next week, is me dangling from some wires on some green screen. Very unemotional and significant. And that's probably best in the circumstances. Actually, the final thing I'm going to shoot is an ident for BBC One, which is me and a bunch of reindeers flying the TARDIS around the moon. Which probably couldn't be any less sentimental if it tried.
Wednesday the 20th of May, and this really is my last day. We're filming the big climactic scene in Naismith's mansion where Rassilon gets battered back into hell. I'm appropriately battered and bruised for the occasion, and this is it. I've got a few scenes on some wires later to finish off, but John Sim finishes today, Bernard Cribbins finishes today, and so do I. I reckon this is your final shot coming up.
I think it is my final shot, and then I've got a few words to do with Claire, and then I think that's me finished.
Yeah.
Are you done?
No, I've got a little bit on some wires in a minute or two.
On wires?
Yeah, I finish
Isn't it
suspended
nice?
from the ceiling.
Yes, yes. And then you're hanging up there, and they say, "Okay, it's a wrap," and leave you.
Yes, and I'll still be there.
And you're here 3 days' time.
I'll still be there when Matt Smith arrives.
That's it.
Yeah.
Hey, Matt, do me a favour. Who are you?
Yeah. Who was he? He was somebody once.
Yeah.
Get him down from there and fling him out.
Yeah. Well, you've had a hard day today. A lot of shouting and screaming.
A lot of shouting and screaming. You've just been in your box all day.
I've been sort of ligging about, as they say.
Yeah.
Doing crosswords.
Yes.
Drinking tea, cakes, and things like that.
But you have, in fact, been in that. Obviously, there's somebody standing. There's Tom standing in for you now.
That's Tom at the moment.
Yes.
He's pretending to be me.
Yes.
He's about 4 foot taller. He's got dark hair. It's a very good standing indeed.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you sad to be finishing?
Yes, I am. Yes, it's been great.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed myself enormously.
Re-
Are you sad to be finished?
I'm very sad, but I think I'm blocking it at the moment. Doesn't really feel like it's happening.
No, it can't be.
Still feels like I'm coming back in a few months, start again.
No, it'll hit you in a few days' time.
It probably will, yeah.
Why am I not on that M4?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I know, the M4.
Excuse me, my light's on.
It is.
And action! The link is broken. Back into the time war, Rassilon. Back into hell.
It's great. What a scene to go out on. And I'm really pleased with the way these episodes feel at the moment. Feels like a very fitting conclusion to 4 very exciting years. But this is it. And it's fine. I'm fine, actually. I'm much less emotional today than I have been on other days in this shoot. However, not quite there yet. So this is what we've got, John, as a gift for the end of shoot. It's the crew photograph. But as you can see, everyone on the crew is the master. That's Russell. That's me. I think I'm going to get summoned back on set and for everyone to say goodbye, which is very sweet and very kind of all a bit too much actually. I think I want to just run away now, but I can't do that. That wouldn't be very sociable after 4 years. But it's a funny feeling. It feels a little bit bereft. But anyway, I'll go on and smile and say thanks to everyone. I'm getting a bit sad. I'll be fine. It's great. And I just want to go home now. Anyway, I won't, because everyone wants to say cheerio, and that's nice.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you'll all be very sorry to hear that that's a golden rat on the 10th Doctor, Mr. David Tennant.
Mind, I'm going to do season 5 after. Is it too late?
Yeah.
I'm not going to say a speech. Thank you, everyone. I'm really not going to say a speech because I'll get sad, but I don't want to get sad. Because I'm very happy to... Oh, shut up. Stop. I'm very proud of this, and
working with all you people. Oh, this is ridiculous. Stop it. I'm very proud of everything we've done, and thank you all very, very much.
That's quite a mass.